Red Bull.
CMPRadio.net, the voice of Chester.
I'm on train 681. We've been hijacked.
Recapping the week like no one else.
You heard about, I know you heard about my man, Brooklyn Bishop was robbed. Really robbed. Now, see, that's the thing. So I'm reading the article, right? As I initially started reading the article about this bishop, and what's the scumbag name? Lamar Whitehead. So this bishop, Lamar Whitehead, like you said, Pete, was he really robbed? Because when I'm reading the article, according to the article, last Sunday, 2 or 3 guys broke into Whitehead's church as he was performing his sermon. And so when he saw the robbers come in, yelled clear out to the congregation, and the people ran. And then in the article, it just struck me as strange was they were talking about the items that they took off of him, and they had the price of each item or the estimated value of each item right there. And I was like, I was ready to go. Sure. You know how much you paid for something? And then I'm thinking that, right? Sure enough, 2 days later, Steve Harvey and his the Strawberry Lady, they're talking about. They think it was floating. There's a theory out there that it's probably insurance fraud. But man, like first off, if you're doing God's work?
No, I'm doing work for me. See, there are people that will pretend that they're doing God's work and they're really doing work for them. You know who's doing work for them.
Those kind of cats, I can't.
By the cars that they drive, the clothes that they wear, you tell me the image that they portray, you know when it's God's work. I can't disrespect him because I don't know who he works for real. You feel me? If he works for God or if he's working for the devil, I don't want no beef with him. But what I can say is, looking at that video when they came in and robbed him, you feel me? Like, it wasn't gunshot, there was nobody. Like, usually when you have a robbery,
a crowd that large, you gotta let one on the air to get their attention
and let them know I'm not playing no games. I will buck you in your foot, in your leg. So instantaneously for me, I'm looking at him. I'm like,
hello?
Where is he from? Brooklyn, New York. Where am I from? Brooklyn, New York. So it's just like it's easy to be able to tell. Bro.
Oh yeah.
You feel me? But at the end of the day, you know.
Oh my goodness. Him and charlatans like him.
I fight it. It's the D-Trin, Darren, DeVoue.
I needed to relocate you to achieve a goal of mine. I'm not here to make any political or religious statement. As a matter of fact, I'm not here to make any statement.
Hello, everyone, and welcome aboard to D-Trin with Darren DeVoue on CMPRadio.net. It's the D station. Join as always behind the glasses, the prodigious and always present Uncle P. You got the adorable Jordan popping and giving some assistant engineering backup. Don't forget the D-Trin is brought to you in part by the DeVoue Construction. They specialize in all phases of construction: drywall, framing, kitchens, bathroom renovations, custom decks, and much more. Give them a call, 484-477-8353, or email it at DeVoue Okay.
I'm good, man. You know, just got to make sure all the volumes are right on all the, live 365. We're live on the radio right now, so make sure the volume's right there. And Facebook, it's a lot into engineering that you really don't know about because you're on the other side. Right. So, it's not that you're ignorant. You just don't know.
Okay.
You don't know until it's on you to produce somebody else's show, and then you're like, oh, shit, I got to make sure this is right. I got to make sure that's right. I got to make sure everything is up over here. There's at least 50 things I have to do before I start your show.
What's that?
Right. Yeah. Say it again.
I said it sounded like a hint to me.
No. No hint. I enjoy doing this, bro. If I didn't enjoy doing it, I wouldn't be here. Right. I'll be like, yo, Darren, man, no show today, man. I'm tired. But, did you ask me a question? Were you asking me something?
No, I'm just
yapping. Yeah. How about them Eagles yesterday? You talking about the Eagles today?
Yeah. Well, I didn't put the picture because I mean the game yesterday. I mean,
Didn't really mean anything.
Right, it didn't. But in terms of depth development, I mean, that's what the preseason's about.
Those kids are getting cut.
Yeah.
The offense and the defense that was on the field yesterday, they getting cut. It's over. It was 27-0 at halftime. 27-0. What was the final score? 52-0.
No, wait, no.
Because I think that shout out to the Chester Clippers, 80-0.
Oh man, I thought I misread that.
No. It was, 80-0. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make the game.
Wait, did you say 80?
80. 80.
Okay, because the website I looked at, checked at the last night when I was at work, the website said 60-0.
Oh no, it was 80-0.
That's merciless. And that was
no, it's not merciless. There's no mercy in football, and I hate when people say the mercy rule. Like, this is football. You're teaching young kids to go out there and play their heart out every down, bro. This is when you learn it. In college, it's merciless. 80-0. It's like, wow. Like, you knew you were blowing these kids out. But in high school, no. Score as many points as you can. If they could have got 160, I would have been happy.
I look at it the other way.
Why? What are you teaching? See, that's the problem, man. We're not teaching kids nothing anymore.
Once it gets to like 50 to nothing, let's get the.
That's 7 touchdowns. That's nothing. The quarterback had 7 passing touchdowns yesterday. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 touchdowns. Right. Like, you got to go out there. You got to get that experience. If you playing up against a team that ain't built, that's their fault. It's high school. It's really their fault. Now, we're not going to stop the clock. Everything keeps running once you get past 49, and hopefully the game ends quickly. Right. But you can't ask kids to have mercy on other children.
You're not saying have mercy because I don't know.
Yeah, you just said it's merciless.
This is ugly at this certain point. Like,
it's
you're
not
destroying these kids' careers now.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
They're going to be highly motivated after this game, or they're just going to.
The rest of their season is done. It ended right then and there. You feel me? And that's the thing, right? If it was the other way around and we lost 80-0, would we be upset? No, we're not prepared. We weren't ready. We got out-coached. We got outplayed. We got outmanned. Right?
Right.
Look, he had what he have. What he have, Darrell? Darrell said.
Oh, Jabri, listen.
340.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Jabri, I did not forget about you. I was like, hey, yo, I didn't realize Jabri is DJ Darrell. I was like, oh, shucks. DJ Darrell watches my show. I'm getting that much closer to being Chester famous.
Right.
I'm sorry, people.
Yeah, you're searching for it. Don't search for it. Just let it happen. It happens organically.
I got to find that.
Don't go searching for it.
I will find that clip and get it.
343 yards, 13 of 15, 7 touchdowns was the starting quarterback for the Clippers. And he's a freshman.
Oh, that's right.
That's 7 passing touchdowns, not running.
So, wow.
7 passing touchdowns.
Off to a rousing start.
Right. Absolutely. And so I had a conversation with a brother yesterday, and I was telling him how happy I am of the trifecta of organizations that are teaching these kids fundamentals. You feel me? Right. Yeah, absolutely. And it's 3 of them, right? Chester Township, Upland, and the Chester Panthers. Chester Township Cougars, Upland Hurricanes, and the Chester Panthers. Great organizations that are teaching these kids fundamentals. The starting quarterback comes from the Upland Hurricanes. Skipping them got him ready. You know what I mean? Like, it's tons of kids out there from Chester Township Cougars, tons of kids out there from Chester Panthers, but they're playing for the Chester High School Clippers. You know what I mean? And that's awesome, man. It's awesome to see these kids love football again. You feel me? And want to get out there and want to play and want to do all this together as one. Man, it's awesome. I think it's awesome.
Oh,
but
yeah.
343 yards, 13 for 50. That was damn near a perfect game.
Did you say 13 for 15?
13 for 15.
Were the guys that I was at.
Right.
Were guys running around that wide open? Or
I didn't get a chance to see the game. Kev has a video up of it. And I was working yesterday, so it was hard for me to get there. But clear my schedule, and I'll be at all the remaining games, even away games. I'm gonna try to make those too. So CMP Radio will be like. There was a couple people hit me up in my inbox. They're like, "Damn, man, what's up with the game? Where you at, man? Where you at?" So
massacre.
once I have a conversation, I talk to Coach Bell. a little bit later tomorrow and see what's up. And like I said, I'll delete the games after they go live. You feel me? That way people can't look at us and study us on film. You feel me?
Right.
Just put it on Facebook. It won't be on YouTube. You know what I mean? He said, I left at halftime. It was 57-0. Yeah, halftime it was over. It was over after that.
Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah.
Cheese and crackers. 59-0 at halftime. Concession stand is all closed because
concession stand rocking. You feel me? Yeah. Shout out to the boosters. So if you're in Chester on Saturday, not next Saturday, I don't think it's a home game next Saturday, but the following Saturday, man, stop through, man. Support these Clippers, man. Support these kids because they're working hard. You know, to bring a name to the city of Chester, bro.
According to maxpreps.com, next game is Bartram at home.
At home?
Yeah, the 11th.
Next Saturday?
Yes.
Next Sunday?
Or Sunday or 9-3. So that's
not the 11th.
Saturday.
That's Sunday, ain't it?
9-3.
9-3?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll be there. Bartram it is.
And that's a Saturday.
Yep.
Obviously. Because you always play the games on. Are there
Saturday.
lights up there?
No, not yet.
That's not really important though.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Well, we were at a game Friday night.
Okay.
Right? I was doing it for Delco football. We went live and Monsignor Bonner, Upper Darby, boy. So the crazy thing is I didn't hear a gunshot. My son didn't hear a gunshot. Nobody out there heard a gunshot.
Okay.
I did witness kids slap boxing. And this is what was going on. Right behind the police. The police standing here, they're slap boxing here. And they're playing. And the police turn around and look at them. And then the kids get to running. And then everybody starts running.
Because that was when I read about it, and then there was a false report that there was a shot.
No, wasn't no shots fired. Wasn't no smoke.
Upper Darby police released that statement.
Yeah, no shots fired. If you smell smoke, it was smoke from the police cars racing down the road. You know what I mean? I know somebody did get hit by a car, so there was one injury. You feel me? But you know, like I told JP, I said that's why I parked in the wide parking lot.
Right.
We're out of here. He was like, "Yo, Dad, we really got out of there." I said, "Look, you have to plan your exit before you enter, bro. Like, how we gonna get out of here?"
School, man. You can get buried in that parking lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was 12-0. My senior Bonner, you know, a Catholic high school running on them and different things like that. But you know, Upper Darby, man, when them kids came in, they came in. They had their Pooh Shiesty masks on. I'm like, man. I'm looking. I said, let me see how long. I told my son, I said, I'll be right back and go check on the car. I left just to see how long it takes walking to get to the car. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, all right, we running with all the equipment if we got to run. You feel me? How can we get to the car without going the normal way? He was like, Dad, where you go? I said, I went to go check on the car, but really I'm trying to figure out the best way out of this joint. Yeah, because I see them. So once you see a group of 15 to 20 kids coming in with their mask on, a Pooh Shiesty mask, you know, that's the whole joint. That's like the ninja joint.
Oh, really?
And, yeah. And it was 15 of them. I said, oh, yeah, it's going down today. I don't know who's going to get jumped or who's going to get beat up, but it was going to go down. And I knew something was going to happen. Literally. It was in the back. Slap boxing, playing around, and then they just start running, and everybody, women fell off because they don't have bleachers there.
Huh?
Yeah, they don't have bleachers. So it was like, wow, man, like what the hell? They got the falling off of that. They tumbling over the barricades. The football team running off the field. Monsignor Bonner running off the field. Don't nobody want to get shot, and I understand that.
That's a daggone shame. You thinking about it now? Like you're pretty much going to have active shooter drills at football games, and churches are having active shooter drills nowadays. What is that? What are we doing?
I said this 2 years ago. Guns are the new crack.
And they make it crack it because these guys are good. You see people are addicted and having them. And the way they market it now,
right?
Like you are a badass.
Right. Yeah, if you got this, you're a badass. And then if you got a user, you're a dumbass. So you're an ass regardless. You feel me? But yeah, man, guns are the new crack, and they pushing all the guns into our neighborhood so they can lock our kids up, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? We can't they're not selling crack no more.
And then what disturbed me, I've been seeing reports like at first with the ghost guns, I was seeing, right. But now I'm seeing kids popping up in arrest reports with ghost guns.
Yeah. Well, what do you think the white guy's making them for? So he can sell them to the black kids.
And you know that's
He ain't selling them. He not selling them out there in Haverford because out Haverford they got guns. I got my daddy's gun. Go in the house and get your old grandfather's revolutionary gun. You feel me? Like, I'll shoot you with this musket. But nah, that who they making them for, bro? Who got the most beef? Who's in need? It's supply and demand. Who's in need for these guns? And if I can go down here and it only costs me $100 to get all the pieces to make it, I can sell it for $2. You know what I mean? So it's sad, man, but that's what's going on. When you look around, I look around the neighborhood and I don't see as many crack addicts as I did. So I mean, people are getting clean.
Trade-offs.
They got jobs at Walmart. They got jobs at McDonald's. So they like, yo, how are we gonna send all these people? We got all these jails we just built. How are we gonna get people in them? And they like, all right, well, let's get some heroin since ain't nobody hooked on that. Since that's out here in our area, you know what I mean? What are we gonna do for them? Guns. More guns. Make more guns.
So heroin, you need guns, right?
Yeah. Call Smith and Wesson. Tell them we need them to make 5,000 more guns. You feel me? And even when you go into
those furnaces going, goddamn.
Even when you go into the store to buy a gun, you don't need a license.
And that's well, state to state it varies. I mean, like I remember they did, and this was years ago before it like really got out of hand with the guns just falling from the sky. But like this might have been it was the early aughts. Philadelphia Inquirer did a report. They had one reporter go to Jersey. They had another reporter stay in Pennsylvania. They each were trying to get some guns. Right. The girl had to do her waiting thing in Jersey. You know, my man said, it was like, I walked in the store, I came out the store, armed to the teeth in Pennsylvania. We've always been. So,
sad. Not sad, because I understand why. I get it. If you have a clean record, there should be nothing stopping you from getting a gun. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you feel me? You can't have a clean record, go in there, buy a gun, and not have a license, then walk out carrying it and get locked up for carrying a gun without a license. You know what I mean? It's worse than driving a car without a license.
How about that? You can do a lot more damage with that than you can with the car.
Yeah, you can. Let's start your show, bro.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, it's funny you say that because we were talking about the Clippers for a while there. They were in the rundown.
Absolutely.
Of course. And then, the Union played yesterday as well.
Now they're undefeated?
No. They've got some losses, but they're in first place in the conference.
Shout out to the Philadelphia Union.
Yeah, they're first place in the conference.
I would like to have a soccer show here on the radio station. You know what I mean? Maybe Saturday.
The British dude though.
Yeah.
We got any Brits in Chester?
Yeah, we probably got a few with that accent. I can talk with an Australian accent. You know what I mean? Crikey. You feel me?
Liney.
Yeah.
I think crikey, that's Australian though.
Yeah, I just said it's all British. They all it's just like how they feel about us.
They all play soccer.
They all they're black. Yeah. That's Jamaican. Bahamian, Jamaican, it's all the same thing. You feel me? Like,
oh yeah. They're in first place in the Eastern Conference right now, P.
That's tight.
They lead they got 51 points to the closest team is 6 points behind them. And then they beat Montreal yesterday. Was it Montreal yesterday?
Do they play the LA Galaxy? Or that's too far?
No, that's in the Western Conference.
Okay.
So I believe that I don't know if they're on their schedule or not. No, and actually they should because they played some interconference games. Right. The Union beat Colorado yesterday, 6-0. So the Chester teams were blowing out, giving out beatdowns yesterday.
Giving out donuts.
Damn, 2 shutouts. Actually, hold on. Let me check this box score because Jabri just said about the Chester game. What do you say at halftime? Yeah, which brings up a very fair question.
It was 57-0.
You don't say anything at that point, I think. You just...
Fellas, we really got to execute. You know, I know the deficit seems untouchable, unsurpassable. But if we focus, we can leave here with 63-0. And then you just give up another 23 points and it's over.
Oh, my goodness.
Dang.
Yeah, I can't tell with the...
Sounds like we had a kicker, man. Shout out to the kicker. No, it was a kicker on the team last year. They brought him on.
Okay.
Yeah, he plays soccer.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
No, wait. Chester have a soccer team?
Yeah, we got a soccer team.
That might be a dumb question. Boys soccer, huh?
No, girls soccer.
Okay.
Yeah, boys soccer.
No, for real.
What's wrong with you? Huh? Yeah, we have a soccer team. They just
it's
sponsored by the Philadelphia Union.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Makes sense. Right.
Yeah. I mean, hello, you're playing right here. What are you giving back to the community? We'll give you some soccer balls.
I'm just surprised that brothers in cities go for it.
Listen,
it's an easy game for brothers. You can
kick the ball.
Kick a ball. It's cheap to play.
Right.
That's why it's an international game.
Yeah.
It's worldwide.
Just one ball in the net. 2 nets.
You don't even need that for real. You playing the pickup, John. You can just put some sticks and mark what's the goal with some stuff. Oh man. What did they? Oh, they've also given up the union's also given up the field goals for 26.
Yeah, their goalie's black, ain't he? Yeah. See, I knew it. Shout out to the Philadelphia Union. I gotta go down there and watch a soccer game. No, they were giving out tickets, but I can't be sitting up high.
Okay.
I gotta go down low.
Now why is that?
I don't know. That's where it seems like all the people are having fun.
Well, yeah, they are. That's quite the atmosphere they got going on. Go. Did you see? Speaking of football, it's training camp, right? And I said, ever since they started cutting down the protocol, now teams aren't hitting as much, and so I think the first couple of weeks of the regular season are like a preseason extension. Man, you see Aaron Donald.
How is it a preseason extension when they're playing for real?
I think these are doing the fine tuning of the preseason.
For you, these are professional athletes. They've been playing football, some of them, for the last 6 or 7 years. I'm just putting it there, just to say there. You feel me? But some of them have been playing longer than that. I think they know when preseason is over and the games that's how you can tell the championship teams from the motherfuckers that's just in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, the championship teams know the season is starting and every game counts. You feel me? So they asked for this. They asked for a shorter preseason. They said it was too much. You understand what I'm saying? It's too much.
And the league said, sure. One more game.
But they're not shorting each other. You feel me? They're getting more money at the end of the day.
And
it's all about money, bro. Like, literally, I used to think that it wasn't. I used to think that, you do things and somebody would come through and give you something, but they don't. It's all about what you do for them. You feel me? So if you ain't charging money, you feel me, you're going to lose. Just like that. So, yeah, get your money. Get your money at the door. At the very front door. Get your money. And don't come in and have a seat and then let's talk about you paying me next time. I need to be paid now.
The players you're saying? The players you're saying?
Everybody. The players, the trainers. You feel me? The people at the concession stand. No. Let's talk about the money now. Before we get the season started. But I don't really think. Like, I don't know a lot of teams. I think the Jaguars maybe might see it as an extension of preseason. You feel me?
I don't think the teams see it. I'm talking about
the players not being ready.
Technical things that keep a team or offense or defense fine-tuned for a coach as well, with his calling and getting to know his players.
Well, that's every season. That typically don't happen to the middle of the season. Mm-hmm. 6 or 7 games after the coach. Think about when the Eagles started running the ball. We started last year.
And for some reason, they just have, over the past 15, 20 years, have been like a second half of the season team, and they have had decent season.
Yeah, you got to get a couple hits first. Got to get your bell rung.
Some teams come out the gate strong, and then,
we've had a couple of those seasons. We've had a couple of those seasons where we came out the gate strong. Maybe won the first 2-3 games out of 5. You know what I mean?
90.
I don't want you to remember, but I'm just saying. Is it true? Am I lying?
No, but it's with more consistency over the past 20 years. I think that with 15, that they've started off, iffy sometimes.
Okay. These are the Eagles. We're not talking about the Clippers. I know the Clippers are up there. But let's look at this video. You got a video up here.
Oh, this from training camp, man.
They're all fighting.
And you're telling me that's not season ready? He's not.
That's where I think the league messed up.
Boom. Wow. He coming out with 2 helmets.
Exactly. That's what I was like, that's Aaron Donald for you, huh?
Damn.
Two. He's not going to get any. I don't think they left the discipline up to the team though, because it wasn't during the game.
Right.
Because I remember that one boy for the Browns and the Steelers. He got into it. The boy swung the helmet. He got suspended.
Right.
But with this being a preseason game, I was like, how did he get two?
What you mean? He snatched two helmets off. What you mean? How did he get two? Yeah.
But that's what I mean with
Aaron Donald's a big boy. Aaron Donald's a big boy. You feel me? Aaron Donald ain't for the shit. You feel me? So when he take your helmet, if you ain't ready to fight, you feel me? You better step off to the side because you couldn't get hit with that joint. And you preferably want him to hit somebody with a helmet on.
And I don't know, man. Like matching those two teams, they just got
played
done
the
with the
Super Bowl.
game.
So why?
Why? I think that the Bengals probably would have came in with that still in the back of the head.
But why would you even have that?
We're going to show them. And then they come up to the Rams. And
that's supposed to be the first game of the real season, right?
Thank you. Why would you schedule
Why would you do that?
Right.
Who's thinking? No, you were supposed to play San Fran or something like that if you LA. You feel me? Play the other LA team.
Right. Exactly.
Right? Why you sitting there and you go and play Cincinnati and holy trip. So
yeah, the league. That's where the league messed up because, like I said, there's still tensions there. So
hell yeah, you beat us. You beat us. Somebody probably said something about Aaron Donald. He snatched a helmet off, smacked him. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Cause you know that stuff takes place during the game and pile-ups and all that. And that's the thing. Did we talk about what? Me?
No, mine probably.
Oh, did we talk about the helmets and
the
Hard Knocks, those helmet covers?
The hats.
Yeah. You can't even hear nothing.
No.
With that though, P, you know, my boy Herschel Walker.
Oh, he back in the news.
It's the Herschel Walker portion of the show.
Is this the token?
Yeah.
This Herschel Walker.
That's what I was calling him.
Why? Now, why you call him token? I used to get mad at South Park for that, though.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Because he wasn't the only black kid. He wasn't the only black character on the show. You know what I mean? You had Chef.
Okay.
Right. So it's like, why is it token? But okay.
Okay. Well, he's the only kid.
Only black kid.
Right.
It was only one black guy, so it wasn't another. But there wasn't another black woman. You feel me? So, Chef, whatever kid he was having was cream anyway, right? How did he pop up?
But it was. See, they compensated you, Pete, because they made him rich too.
Who? Token?
Token's rich.
Yeah, absolutely. He should be. Token should be rich, crazy rich. Living in Colorado, you got to be rich. I'm not saying that poor black people don't live in Colorado. Right. I'm just saying, ain't no way I'm living in Colorado if I ain't rich.
But yeah. Herschel, this week, he said he's not going to go. He said he's not going to do the debate now. So because he said that. Not that many. He said only 5 people want to tune in because it's going to be Sunday Night Football is going to interfere with it.
Oh, he wants to watch the game.
Right. People want to be watching it. The problem is the debate scheduled on a Thursday.
Oh, so it's Thursday Night Football. I'm sorry. I'm not going up there to debate my nonsensical facts against his real life facts.
I'm sorry. My CTE is acting up.
I thought they said Sunday. They said Thursday.
Oh, my man is Dane Bramage.
He's what?
Dane Bramage. Right.
Damn, bro. You just be attacking him.
Oh, no. Well, actually, hold up. We got a couple videos.
I don't want to hear him talk. Is he going to talk for real?
Oh, you know what? Go to the second one, because that's the one where he answers the question.
Thing you've done that vote for Joe Biden and hurt this country and hurt this state.
Now, I want to piggyback on that because 13WMAZ invited you to a debate, and it's going to be on Mercer's campus on October 13th, but you haven't responded. Do you intend to be
I'm not going to respond to anything because, that's not a debate, and you know that. When you got people that have contributed to his campaign and it's in this room that only 2 people are going to see it on Sunday night, I think, NFL football, like, God, I'm giving you an opportunity to be statewide so everybody can see what it is, see the contrast between the two of us. I don't know how you can ask for anything better. That's like the rumble in the jungle. everyone get a chance to see. He and I go at it because he's a sitting senator, and I'm from Riceville, Georgia, this little country boy that's not too smart, and I'm trying to unseat a senator that has been there wrecking things. So I'm going to call him Wrecking Ralph and stuff, that he got to get to Savannah, Georgia to go up against Herschel Walker, and you ought to tell him that. October the 14th, Savannah, Georgia, in front of an audience, and he get to be statewide. He can't ask for nothing better than that. You know that.
Hey,
You all right?
what's up?
Dad, you all right?
She said, all right.
Yeah, she asked me if I was all right. I'm all right, baby.
Nice.
You okay?
Good girl, checking
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, speaking of the elections that happened, remember we talked about my man Carl Palladino? I said, you probably don't remember by name, but Carl Palladino, you probably remember what he did, because I brought up how Palladino video surfaced of him saying that Hitler was the kind of leader that we need today.
Who?
He said, my man said Hitler was the kind of leader that we need today.
Man, that's crazy.
Right. Because that worked out great for him.
It definitely did.
But his he finally conceded. So he finally conceded this week.
Who, this guy? The next picture? The old man?
Old man, yeah.
He looked like... Did they check his? Oh, it's probably true.
Is he alive? Check that breast.
He looked about dead.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So he said the campaign would be. They would say that the campaign would be examining irregularities. I'm like, yeah, go with that. That's what, because I was curious about how that's going to work now. Once they started that, stop the steal and whatnot. So what's going to happen every time y'all lose primary elections? Is that happening now too? Hell yeah, I lost. But he lost to Nicholas A. Longworthy, and this was in the third primary. But then 12 hours later, that's when he chilled, saying about the irregularities, and then he said that it was time to move on to the next chapter of his life. But I actually have, I got my sources. Harvey at TMZ, he ain't got nothing on me. I have the actual recording of when he gave his concession speech.
Wait a minute, folks. Now, issue ain't my constituency. Issue ain't my constituency. The issue is.
And then he's bye.
Issue is or issue ain't my constituency.
No, he said my constituency.
My constituency.
Yeah, gotta get that little country thing to it. That's from a movie. It was set in Mississippi. Oh, speaking of hyper-racist politicians, this here is a gubernatorial candidate, Doug Mastriano. He was here in Delaware County this past week. He was at Gatsby's in Aspen. Oh yeah, she don't like. You're not feeling him, Jordan? Yeah, hopefully he gets that. Hopefully though, he'll be facing off again. He's facing off against Pennsylvania AG Shapiro. So we'll see how that race plays out. But he was playing the hits. Wait, I have to have this.
Who was playing the hits?
Oh, Mastriano. Or the talk, the key, the usual. Hold on here. 17. This is story 17. 1-7. There we go. Yeah, he came into this was Wednesday. He was part of his Pennsylvania bus tour, and he rolled out with answering questions. He rolled out without answering questions though, which kind of looks kind of shady. He has a security team that he keeps with him, that keeps him surrounded. My bad. Thank you, Gerald. He got a security team that pretty much walls him off from reporters and answering questions. So he comes in, talks to his, says this thing, hey, blah, blah, blah. Second Amendment, yay. Anti-abortion, yay. Screw them gays, yay. I'm out. Get back on the bus. So, he did his thing this past Wednesday.
He said screw them gays.
I know he didn't. But you know how they pretty much, the hell with them. No LGBT anything.
No XYZ. Matter of fact, I'll ban the alphabet if I become governor. He delivered a 35-minute speech. He vowed to create jobs and end mask and vaccine mandates, promote school choice. He also said he would implement a ban on trans athletes and teaching so-called critical race theory. Shocker. Mastriano didn't fear any campaigns, didn't field any questions. But then Shapiro's campaign used Mastriano's silence to poke fun at his bus tour, because they're calling Shapiro's trolling him by calling the bus tour the No Comment Express. Right. These Democrats are trolling a little bit. My man Fetterman's been trolling Dr. Oz too. He's been trolling him hard. She's getting busy on the microphone. She about to spit. You about to spit some bars, George?
She about to grab the microphone.
She about to spit some bars. Oh, P, next week, I got this show that I want to talk about, man. And it relates to contemporary matters with these daggone phones and whatnot. And girls and whatnot.
Right.
I can't wait to talk about that with you. Anyway, so he's a we got AIDS and security physically blocking journalists. What do you got to hide? I mean, I don't know.
Most of these people that are running for office now are running because Donald Trump proved that you don't have to be a politician.
Right.
And you don't got to know what you're talking about. And you don't got to always be right. And you don't got to always be the right person. And you can be a little bit fucked up.
You don't have to know what
you can be a little bit crazy and still win. Why? Because majority of the people that are voting are a little bit fucked up, are a little bit crazy. Nobody's perfect, so we don't even have to have perfect politicians anymore.
Question: how f***ed up are you?
Oh my goodness. P. Speaking of, since we're hyper racist politician, we're gonna go from a hyper racist politician to a hyper racist state.
A hyper racist state.
Yes.
Is that a
Mississippi and Alabama? Of course.
I thought you was asking me if I had a choice.
I'm sorry. What would you have said before?
I was definitely gonna say Mississippi.
There you go.
Or Alabama. I was down there. Oh man, I ain't.
Somewhere Strom Thurmond smiles.
Listen, I was down there working on the oil spill in 2010, and we were at a casino watching a fight. And this guy walks up and he looks at us crazy. And he looking at the bartender and he says to the bartender, when you done serving these niggers over here, I'll take a rum and coke. So instantaneously when he said that, you had to see everybody's like, we was all leaning down. You feel me? We was talking to each other. Everybody back straightened up. We looked down. Now the guy that was in front of me looked down. He looked all the way down. He turned around. He said, that nigga's a cop. He said that nigga's a cop. He said we will get fucked up down this joint. They will run us. I was like, all right. We all just got up and left, bro. I was like, damn, that was fucked up. Like making sure the police ain't follow us or whatever. Man, that's crazy. He said when you done serving these niggas over here, I'll take a rum and coke. I said, damn.
Okay,
time for us to go.
Right. So actually, we got a quick video here from Inside Edition. And this is from what happened this week.
Front yard when the cops showed up.
What you doing here, man?
Someone had called 911 to report a suspicious character.
Are they saying that this vehicle is not supposed to be here and you're not supposed to be here?
Who's saying it?
They called about it. I don't know who called.
I'm supposed to be here. I'm Pastor Jennings. I live across the street.
That's right. He's a pastor at a local church.
Do you have like ID and all?
No, man. I'm not going to give you no ID.
Why not?
I ain't did nothing wrong.
The pastor is clearly upset.
You have no right to approach me if I ain't did nothing suspicious or nothing wrong. Lock me up and see what happens. I want you to.
Hey, man, just come here and talk to us.
He walks away, and that's when the cuffs come out.
Just calm down. We're just trying to talk to you.
Then a woman who lives on the block shows up. Turns out she's the lady who called 911.
Does he have permission here to be watering flowers?
He may because they are friends.
Okay.
And they went out of town today.
Right. She admits she made a big mistake.
He lives right there, and he would be watering their flowers. This is probably my fault.
Then the pastor's distressed wife appears and shows the cops his ID, but they say it's too late.
Once we place him on arrest, we can't unarrest him.
I was.
We arrest him, we can't unarrest him.
Right. What the what?
Who? What? Once we arrest him, we can't unarrest him. I don't. Yes, you can.
Right. What you do is you just take that key.
Right. And say, go ahead, sir, you can go. Because when you arrest people on the wrong charges, you unarrest them.
Right, all the time.
I was unarrested before, only to be rearrested again once I hired a lawyer. But, you know, it's like, what the hell's going on? Like, no charges was filed, nothing. You feel me? Then I hired a lawyer, and all the charges was filed. And they tried to make it seem like I was a
they're trying to teach you a lesson, boy.
Yeah. How dare you hire a lawyer after they whooped my ass?
Where's this boy from?
Yeah, this boy from Chester.
Oh, he gonna find out we do things differently around here.
That's Mississippi, right?
Huh? Part of it is Alabama.
Okay.
And
same state.
Right.
Same state.
And see, part of me, not to be victim blaming here, but I'm looking at the pastor and I'm like, it's kind of what you get for living in Mississippi, bro. I mean, living in Alabama, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, plus the white lady was funny. The white lady was funny because she was like, she come out like, oh yeah, I didn't realize it was a safe black person. I just thought it was any old black guy. I didn't realize.
Watering a lawn? Right. What do you think he was? Right.
Boy, our criminal superpowers are something, boy.
Yes,
we can rob a bank watering a lawn. Right. We could commit B&E.
He just wanted to look like he did something nice.
That was his cover.
Then they're going to disappear inside that. None of that is.
You don't know nothing about no rhododendrons.
Her brothers must have been criminals. Because that is kind of smart to be out there watering the lawn.
Right.
Then you dip off and you in their back, you feel me? Then you come back out, you watering the lawn.
Okay.
And you got all their stuff. So I understand that's nice cover. But at the end of the day, they know he a pastor.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, she knew he was a pastor.
She knew who he was.
Called the
he
cops.
lived right across the street from the house that you're so concerned. You're so concerned about this house that you can't recognize the guy that lives across. She even said it to the cops. She said she couldn't recognize him from a distance, but she said, because you know we all look alike.
Yeah, they all look the same.
But she said, yeah, they are friends. Yeah, this is kind of my fault. Oh my goodness, Pete. Speaking of racist incidents.
Mm-hmm.
How about the Confederacy? What do you think about that?
What?
The Civil War. That was a incident driven by racism and slavery.
Driven by people wanting the same thing that the other people had.
Own people.
But it was freedom, though. But it wasn't really freedom. Because when they pay you your salary when you work, and they pay you to forget your dreams. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I was talking to the brothers yesterday. We was at Carol Kazim's. Let's talk about it. They had a couple brothers on the panel, and they were talking about how our school system is set up. You know, it's just like slavery. So during the summer is when you cropping and getting everything. That's why kids get out during the summer. You feel me? So they can harvest, and then school starts back up when the harvest is over. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, it all works together. But that's their story to tell, bro. At the end of the day, they lived it too. You know what I mean? Like, if you were that racist that you feel like you need to change history books and put things in the book and don't want to teach critical race theory and understand that we are people. And
not that it is being taught, actually. But
and we come from being, you know, kings and queens, and we had property and things like that before you came over there and tore it up. And that Africa is bigger than almost every continent on the planet. You feel me? And it's up top. It's not down low. You know what I mean? Like, all those things that they want to teach.
Right.
It's sad, bro.
Well, speaking of continents, TP, I didn't know that the Confederacy had spread to another continent.
Where?
South America, specifically Brazil. There's a new law in Sao Paulo, Brazil, that means that the Fraternidade de Sunday Americana, who celebrate the Festa Confedera, or the Confederate Festival every year. So this new law in Sao Paulo is going to end this. Now, come to find out, I didn't realize until I read the story that there was a throng of people that when the Confederacy lost the Civil War, they said, no, I can't give up my slaves. I love owning people. I'm out, bitches. And so they they exiled themselves to South America. And then they've been holding this festival over what? They also brought hundreds of slaves, forced them into labor on cotton fields until 1888. Because Brazil was the last? Yeah, Brazil was the last country, I believe, to outlaw slavery. And we were number 3, Cuba number 2. Anyway, the festival includes men and women dancing in period costumes, which is what we got here, and kids, as you can see, dancing in period costumes, and they listen to country music. Attendees use Confederate dollars to buy chicken and biscuits.
They did what?
They use Confederate dollars to buy chicken and biscuits.
Those Confederate dollars don't hold any value, do they?
So you probably have to buy the Confederate dollars, like
With
that's
money.
your ticket.
Right. Okay.
Which is some stupid stuff anyway.
Sure, we'll give you $20.
Right, you can use them Confederate. We'll give you a
Get
Confederate dollar
$40 for 20.
Right.
Like
yes.
food stamps.
Yeah, you paid 50, but you paid 25, but you got 50 back. So you made 50,
but
right?
I can't spend this 50 nowhere else. Well, you better spend it here.
Get some hardtack with that too. There are Confederate flags on display and what's claimed to be the world's largest Confederate flag. And the organizers of the event said they're protesting about this getting struck down now. Because they say, for us, the Confederate flag carries the symbolism of resistance to tyranny. Yeah, okay. Well, my thing is, all right, you talk about the Confederacy, right? All right, but now you go into Brazil, right, which is a very, very multicultural nation, right? So, at some point, this pure stock is going to get filtered down. You're in Brazil. I bet you these kids, they probably speak Portuguese. You know, they're more Brazilian than they are American or Confederate or whatever. So, I mean, you would you say that I don't think they would even be accepted up here, P? Like,
no, give me a microphone. Give me a microphone. These boys is not white. These boys is not white. Hell, they ain't even old-timey.
You know,
they ain't even old-timey.
But they're gonna be greeted with it. They come up here to the U.S. Oh man, but with that we're going to take a quick break. In our next block, we're going to do some. Oh man, this is a bad story about some kissing cousins. Probably going to turn your stomach a smidge, but anyway. Also, man, we talked about people running drug shipments. These guys were a little inefficient this week. It was a bad week for drug shipments. You're on the D-Train with Darren DeVoue on CMPRadio.net. It's the station.
Train 681. Train 681, you appear to be making an unscheduled stop. Are you having problems?
We are not ramping down. We're just getting started. Nothing stops this train. Nothing.
Get back in the air and follow this train. You're putting it down.
He doesn't have expert opinion. He's an expert at giving his opinion.
Did you hear about this North Carolina town? This woman got hired as the town manager, right? If you could look at her appearance, so she became the town manager, and within 4 months, the entire police department, well, there's only 4 people in the police department anyway, but all 4 of them resigned, as well as a county clerk as well. Okay. They said it was a hostile work environment she created. Oh. I thought it black. Yeah. And a female. So you said she right there. So I can see why. You know what though, P? Trying to play devil's advocate, I could partially understand because she came in a little strong. You know I got my sources right. You know I got my ear to the ground. I have actual recording of how the lady walked into the office and announced herself as a new town manager.
Black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all.
She just came in with the she just came into the room with the fist, and they were just, oh, that's it. That's it. Start getting their resignation ready.
But you'll make that train.
On the D-Train with Darren DeVoue.
Hey, you the conductor?
Yes, sir. I know everything about this train.
Oh, welcome back aboard the D-Train with Darren DeVoue, CMPRadio.net. Don't forget the D-Train is brought to you in part by Mecca Child Care Home Center. It's a wholesome Islamic child care and summer camp in Northwest Philadelphia. You can check out Mecca Child Care, check out their Facebook page, and look up for Mecca, MECCA Child Care Center. Pete, our first story in this second block, we've talked about road rages before, right? And there's I lost the data on it, but obviously there's been a huge uptick in these things, right? So you figure there is a guy, our first story in the second block is this fella. He is a Conshohocken resident, and he's 37-year-old David Stitt. And
what's his last name?
I know, right? Stitt.
Stitt?
Yeah, Stitt. Okay.
I thought he was going to give me a Juan Pablo.
Right.
Hey,
maybe he's adopted.
I'm not trying to be racist or anything like that.
Well, actually, it might be this. Well, Stitt was driving. He was driving in Upper Gwinnett County, and he was at the intersection of Route 202 and Welsh Road. And this was at 6:32 this is 6:32 on the 23rd. So he's driving, and he's having trouble with another car. He doesn't. The car is actually behind him. He's flipping out. The car honks his horn at him, as he's at a light. And so Stitt gets out of his car, goes up to the car behind him. Oh, by the way, he has got a baseball bat.
He's got a baseball bat?
Yes.
He don't have a gun?
No.
Oh, all right. No.
Okay. Swings the bat, breaks the car window on the victim, spraying glass on the victim and whatnot.
Okay. Did he shoot her?
No, it was a male.
Did he shoot him?
No.
No, he tried to use his hands.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
Did he hit him?
No, it didn't hit him. No.
So he's locked up?
You saying what's the problem?
Is that what he normally wears, or is that a
he's
prison
locked
shirt?
up. Well, I know, right? Because
I'm like, damn, they put him in stripes?
Are they put him exactly? What is this, 1932? What's going on?
It was, but okay, if it's not.
Oh, and this was in Pennsylvania.
Well, maybe he just liked to wear stripes.
Right. Well, he's wearing them now. Oh, P, by the way, you said what's the problem? What was the problem?
Yeah,
the problem was the victim was an off-duty cop. So got to think about who you road raging at, folks. He's still currently being held. He's in the Montgomery County Correctional Facility on $99,000 bail. He's charged with misdemeanor counts of reckless endangerment, simple assault, criminal mischief, and related offenses. This took place on the August 8th. And I got this report on the 23rd. So he's been hanging out for a minute. That might be what he's wearing.
Oh, he tripping.
Dang. That'll learn him though. We talk about problem solving skills all the time. Excuse me. Oh. So P, last week we mentioned on the show, we mentioned about a Massachusetts dean, and he was actually turned out to be a Latin king who was recruiting students and making them deal drugs for them. So come to find out this week, this story comes out about a Trenton cop who turns out to be a Latin king. And
that's a plus for the other side.
For what other
Ain't
side?
it? The Latin kings, they have a cop.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
you got
plus
an
for
inside man.
Right.
No doubt about it. And it's funny you should say that, Pete, because 36-year-old Rudy Lopez, about to be former Trenton officer, and he said, what he was doing was, he's only been on the force since February last year. So he was suspended. Huh?
They figured him out.
Right.
See?
He couldn't keep a low profile too.
Yeah.
So what Lopez did was he was already suspended because in June he threatened 2 employees at an elementary school and he threatened them with physical violence. So
no, that's bull.
No?
The cops threaten people all the time.
Right.
With physical violence.
Well, his name's Lopez, so no, you can't threaten these people.
That's not
Plus,
for you.
let me see what the kind of people you threatened.
No. Yeah. Suspend his ass.
Well, he's suspended with pay, though.
Okay, that's cool.
All right, so there you go. Shoot, suspend me.
Yeah.
Every time. So, come to find out, he was an officer. No, so now they suspended him because he lied on his
application.
His application was saying he wasn't affiliated with any gangs or
Just
whatever.
because he grew up in the area. Now they gonna take he grew up in the area. The gang members know him. We went to the same high school. You can't use that as affiliation.
Okay.
I know of him. I'm not affiliated with.
And that's a very great point, P.
He got the tattoos.
No, I don't know about the tattoo. Right. Actually, he was caught communicating with a fella in jail about witnesses for that fella's trial, and he was communicating with him about the witnesses' whereabouts. He was tracking these people off duty.
Come on.
Right. He's providing that information to the inmate in prison.
Come
and that was going to be used to target these witnesses.
Don't do that.
Right.
You got an underling to do that. That's how at some point you gotta remain clean.
Right.
So give me one of your young bulls. You feel
right.
me,
And here's that name that you're looking for. Because most of the time the witnesses' names are secret, supposed to be kept secret, right? Yeah.
You feel me? Learn how to do business. Like they do.
So Lopez faces charges of official misconduct, conspiracy, and tampering with public records.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So there you go.
Let them know who the witnesses are.
Oh yeah, definitely. Last week, folks, I don't know if anybody remember that our little Pete. What'd you think about our review? And what did anybody think about our review for Rap Snacks? Were you all right with it, Pete?
Fetty Wap liked it so much he put himself in jail.
Yes, he did.
I can't believe him, but then I can. You feel me?
Okay.
That trap queen stuff that money wasn't going to last long. You feel me? So he had to flip it.
Right.
And he turned it into heroin.
You couldn't turn it into something.
Could have turned it into something else. A barbershop, a couple car washes.
Don't your grandmother have a secret recipe to something you can
chicken,
sell?
you feel me?
Like, come on.
Ribs so good make you want to slap your mama. Hey, mama, what? Wow. Yeah. Dang.
Oh, yeah, he was arrested at City Field, and he pled not guilty to charges in New York court. But then he was released on November 5th of last year. But then he was put back in jail on August 8th of this year after violating the terms of that release. So he just pled guilty this past Monday to a conspiracy to drug charge, carries a mandatory 5-year sentence, admitted that he participated in a massive drug racket, transported drugs from West Coast to Long Island.
How about everybody else in the case?
Now, that's what I was curious about. Because I'm like, I haven't heard, they didn't release, and I'm like, is he the biggest name? So is that why I'm only, because.
Even that, bro, you don't pleading guilty, we taking this to trial. What's wrong with you? Unless we all agree to plead guilty, you can't plead guilty, because that's kind of,
Oh, yeah, that's put you at risk there.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that in the last
Understood.
story.
I'm not going to put it on him, but when you got co-defendants and you taking the first deal, you the first person to plead guilty?
Oh, that's never a good look.
That's not a good look. So explain why we should accept you pleading guilty, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Because I back delicious chips.
No.
No.
Because I only got one eye? So
Right,
you trying to tell me you couldn't see the bullshit?
Right. How could I know? I could only see half the story, sir.
You seen it. You seen all that money. That's crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
Nah, but shout out to Fetty, man. Like, sometimes you just want people to just think, man.
Right.
You know, like, you got money, you have.
Much more.
Just keep making music.
You got so much more to lose now, man.
Keep
Because like
making
kids,
music.
like Yeah.
Find underlings. There are tons of underlings out here that want to be that person.
Entourage member.
And let them be that
and
person.
And that layer of insulation that keeps you away from
it. You feel me? Like, no, that ain't me. He get locked up. Guess what? They ain't got nothing to do with you. Like I said with Michael Vick. He must have been mean to his brothers and all his homies. You feel me? I got all this money. Here, stay at the house. Y'all fight the dogs. Anything goes down, y'all take the charges. I'm going to keep making this money. I'll make sure you straight when you get locked up. I need you to sign this letter of... you feel me? Like, non-disclosure agreement. You feel me? Like, you can't say... If you say anything to me, I'm taking everything from you. And where your wife at and everything.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, poor Fetty. So, actually, we should get some chips next week and then do a free Fetty rally.
I don't do that.
No? All right.
No. If you in jail 9 times out of 10, you deserve to be there. Went from performing at the VMAs to jail. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, and I'm not saying he wasn't already from that life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But when you get out.
Stay out. Yeah, for sure.
Jordan, now she biting on my motherfucking COVID shot. She is bad, bro.
Jordan. And by bad, he means busy. But that kind of curiosity, though, that's what'll make her smart and keep you young. Curiosity helps keep you young. How do?
Why?
It's got a big old bite hole in the middle. Wait, is that your vaccination card?
Yeah.
P gonna have to do some traveling, submit proof of vaccination with a big old giant bite hole in the middle.
Like, how this happen? Oh, my daughter got it. She just grabbing everything and bringing it here. She brought me the candles. She done brought me the toothbrush.
Oh,
she brought me the phone. She done brought me my work ID. She's gonna come here in a couple seconds and bring me something else.
She fell. She's rushing it. Oh, yeah, Jabri. How about that? Yeah, man. What a quick fall, though, too. Operation that big, though. Like P said, if they're moving from West Coast to Long Island or New York, like, he's not by himself. This is obviously a multi-person operation here. Oh, Pete, is she all right?
She's a football player, bro.
Okay.
Say I'm good. Say I'm good.
Oh, well, who's not?
Say I'm
What's
good.
up, kiddo? So the person that's not good is our next story.
Don't tell me he robbed Wendy's.
No, this is nice. Poor night. Rob would have been better. Because what 19-year-old Christian Ellis did, he went to a Wendy's location in Frisco, Texas on August 17th. Went to pick up his food through the drive-thru window. But then got his food from the drive-thru window. Apparently there's something wrong, etc. Maybe the fries were cold. Something was up with his biggie bag. That's all I know. Anyway, Ellis went into the store, complained to the employees, all right? Got into a little verbal spadoo with them. Ellis came out the store, got in the car, drove up to the front of the Wendy's and bust off a few shots and then drove off. What the? I mean, like, dude, not trying to make excuses for the fella, but I was 19 and there was a whole lot of dumb stuff that I could do at that age. So, but still, like, to go and let off shot at a fast food restaurant, that doesn't help you get your order right. I'm not that, But then again, we talked about it with the problem solver skills. We talked about people with mayo, killing people over mayo on these sandwiches at these restaurants and whatnot. That's why when I deliver for Uber Eats right now, and I go to like a fast food restaurant and they're starting to slow and it's being slow and people are looking anxious, I'm like, come on, people. Get me out of here. Get me out of here before somebody gets shot. That's a damn shame too. But yeah, young Mr. Ellis, he is looking at charges. He was gone. Well, he wound up turning himself in 2 days later. He's charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and so
I don't know what organ or bone people have that makes them act right, but I was born without it. I'm no good.
And so he's no good. And also the two people that were with him in the car, they're getting charged too for not reporting a felony. Which I thought, like, damn. I mean, it's one. I mean, like, I thought murder and what do you have? So that means, do I have to report a car accident too? If I see a car accident take place and I see the person drive off,
the person that's supposed to report it is the person that's involved in it.
Thank you.
So you saying he wasn't involved in it?
Two people were in the back seat when he did what he did. So were you out? I saw you were out the room when
you were in the car. But you were in the car, so you were involved in the accident.
So okay.
It's like being somewhere and somebody commits murder. You feel me?
Okay, so they technically are
right.
involved.
You're involved.
Okay. All right, now it makes more sense. Thank you for clearing that up.
No problem, brother.
So yeah, they're charged with not reporting a felony. So damn. Oh, if that's the case, then nobody commit any felonies while in my company, please.
Yeah, because we know you gonna.
Because
we already know you gonna snitch.
I'll be doing it in the backseat. Hello.
Yeah, my name is Darren DeVoue, and I did most certainly witness this young man commit this crime exponentially.
I'll screenshot my geotag my location for you.
I'll show you. I was right there.
Right here.
I called my mom as soon as it happened.
Right.
Mom, Pierre done hit somebody. Why aren't you telling your mom?
Oh my goodness. Well, funny you should say hit somebody, P. Oh, because this next story is a little bit. Somebody gets hit in this next story.
Yeah, he
right?
looked like he winding up. He looked like he winding up.
So
that wide gape, like he about to pitch a ball. You feel me?
So hold on one second.
Who got hit?
Okay, so that was a little old lady at a store.
That's not a store. She on
a plane. I'm sorry.
On a plane. Like what store is
right,
that?
Elderly. So the elderly lady.
That's a lady in the vest?
Or not in the vest. That's the airplane steward that they call it.
Yeah, that's not the in the vest in the middle of the lane.
Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry.
That's a lady?
Oh,
I'm sorry. Now I'm binary. I'm sorry.
Oh, here we go. Don't you?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, so they were on a flight to Greece from Manchester, England. And the lady wanted some free champagne.
Ooh.
And so dude told her she didn't get a free champagne while she was holding her gin and tonic, right? So then my man took
her gin and tonic.
Took her gin and tonic, P.
She spazzed.
Oh my God. Dude, what are you thinking? Taking a drink from an old lady, and not to mention
a rich old lady.
Right. She got money. She good. She going to Greece. She all right. Whatever. I don't know. But so she gave it to him twice.
She punched him twice?
She slapped him twice, P.
Ooh.
Oh, you know I got my ear to the street. So here's an actual recording.
You're slapped, you'll take it and like it.
Yeah, that's how it went down before. So then they had to actually, they diverted the plane, and they pulled over and where they divert the plane to? The woman was allegedly in her 70s, and so when she became aggressive to the employees on the Jet 2 flight, Jet 2 is the name of this airline. They diverted the flight to Munich. They also claimed that the woman, a passenger on the plane, also claimed in the report that the woman urinated on her seat before being escorted off the plane by 9 police officers. Right. Burn it all down.
My thing is, why didn't you just give her the champagne?
Dude, and I couldn't imagine, like, I've never been in one of those situations where, like, a flight is being disturbed or whatnot, but my fear of heights would just dictate me to shut this whole situation down. So I'd have probably walked up, be like, yo, I got this. Who's next to her? Switch seats with me. You, give me that gin and tonic. Here, you sit down. I got her. we going to keep this plane moving to Greece.
She probably would have smacked you too.
That's fine. I'll take it, but we got to keep this plane moving. I need this thing on the ground as soon as possible. I don't want to get diverted and have to go back up in the air again.
It kind of goes along with the cop saying, once I arrest someone, I can't arrest them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you're the stewardess of this plane. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
If she wants champagne, get her champagne. You know what I mean? You look at an old lady like that, to me, she looks like a man.
Okay.
You feel me? The two-tone vest. You feel me? From the rip. You feel me? She's 70 years old, bro. Tomorrow's not promised.
Right.
You feel me? Like, give a blessing to an old lady. And if she want the champagne, give her the champagne.
Buy her lap dance when she get
stick your finger in it. Right. Do something. You feel me? Like, all right, I'm gonna give you some champagne, all right. But just give it to her.
Well, they said actually they did say, P, that 2 male passengers tried to hold her down, but she was giving them the business too. She's a little, but that might have been the shot that they were trying to. That might have been what's in the picture there. These fellas trying to see. You got to get on top of her quicker than that. Whoa, that came out wrong. Does that mean? Oh, Pete, I'm a little blind for a hot second. Oh man. So listen to this, folks. Dear passengers, I talked about before. There was a guy who was on an anti-violence initiative, and he actually wound up being involved in a shooting.
Oh, it was okay.
So, this story is a bit funny because this guy is an anti-abortion, right-to-life political director. Well, he was. That is until it got found out that that Lucas Bowen was trying to solicit sex from a minor. Yeah.
This guy.
Wait, no. Oh, no, that was
the guy in the chair.
It should be like 2
in the long tie.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah,
he was doing what?
He was trying to solicit sex from a minor.
What country is he in?
Here. He's part of a Christian organization in Texas, the Texas Right to Life. He was the political director, but he communicated with a child that he thought was 13, and through an online messaging platform. And then court records show that Bowen pled not guilty to the solicitation charge on August 16th, and paid his $50,000 bond. He's expected to appear in court again in September. I'm sorry, but maybe not the mugshot right there because he looks stressed, but I'm sorry. When I, looking at him in that picture and that tie job is automatically a flag that something's wrong with this guy. But I'm sorry, though. He's got that look. Not that pedophile guy. But he just looks off. Something you would meet this guy and be like, yeah, hi, how you doing? You would be nice to him, but you'd be like, yeah.
Who would be nice to him?
Something's off.
The moment I look at him, I see something's off.
Something's
you
off.
Feel me? Or you up to something.
Right.
And I wouldn't have a problem with telling him to his face. I don't trust you. You look like you up to something.
Especially with that tie looking like that.
Both of those pictures. Both of those pictures right there tell me he's up to something. Okay. Yeah. Obviously, you can't get any woman your age.
Right.
I get that.
And you obviously don't have the practice because look at that tie. I can't get past it. Oh, so Pete, our next story, man. Listen, this is a small town, right? Well, small city, and I've joked before about a city this small. Like you're gonna bump in a relative some way, shape, or form. Like I made a joke to a person. I said, like you could be back in the day,
kissing cousins. I don't need.
No, but I mean, like you're on the phone, like back in the '80s, like when we were growing up, right? Yeah. You're on the phone with somebody. All right, you're talking to them. Right. You're talking to them, right? Then you come in, your boy comes in, like, who you talking to? I'm talking to this girl. She got a friend? Yeah, she got a friend. You introduce the friend. The friend and the girl get to talking. Right. They haven't met one another yet, right. But they all talking, exchanging on the phone. Then you finally meet, and you might be, didn't I see you at the reunion? I know.
It don't even go that far nowadays.
Right. You don't have that problem nowadays.
No, I mean, literally, you don't find out until they have, and then your dad might tell your sister, you know that's your mom's cousin, and you be like, huh? So who he related to? Then you find out, and it'd be down the line a little bit, but they related. You feel me? It's like,
right.
Oh, damn.
That's the worst. Oh, that's
damn,
family.
whole time.
Oh, God.
But it's not a bad thing. You feel me? Because she ain't your first cousin. She ain't your mom's sisters or your mom's or your father's brother. She ain't your first cousin. So like my man Kevin Gates said, we already in, man. Like we might as well just keep on
done
going.
deal.
We family. After this, we're still family. Like, come here. Let me talk to you. You feel me? Like,
oh my
what's the purpose of stopping now? Now, what are these two? These two look like first cousins.
Right. Oh, that's 28-year-old Dustin Van Dyke and his cousin Gracie Kayleen Riddle, 18-year-old. They're a North Carolina couple, and they're accused of killing the baby and burying it in the backyard.
They had a baby?
Yeah.
That baby must have been crazy.
And they are cousins, yes, sir.
First cousins.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Kiss and cousins.
Police began looking into the two last Friday. A tipster told them that they knew that there was a baby on the property. And so
they knew the baby was buried on the property.
That the tipster did. Yeah, he had a feeling like he must have known something. That
he knew she was pregnant.
Right. And that's what they're saying. She didn't know she was pregnant, but then she gave birth. They weren't sure if the child was, so they buried the child.
They weren't sure if the child was what?
They, just make an excuse. Oh, well, we got to get this.
They could do an autopsy and
right.
tell.
And see, they're trying to find out if the child was alive or not when it was buried. But the person said that one day, he knew where the child was.
And that the hand came up through the...
Oh, shit.
You heard him crying. You heard the baby crying.
Little baby.
Like, that tipster. That's probably an aunt or something.
Oh, right.
Or his old girlfriend.
And they knew that where the child was buried. They put a lawnmower on top of that where they
Why?
buried the kid. Probably trying to disguise it to some degree.
Disguise what?
Because then they left the.
It's a baby. Put it in a bag and travel a couple miles down the road. Dig the ditch the night
you're
before.
In North Carolina, yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Or go to Florida.
Use your brain.
Right. The person's conscience.
Not saying I would do anything like
that. Right. Disclaimer.
I'm just saying, like, for every crime, I have a better way of doing it. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking about it.
You're a crime consultant. See Uncle P. Go ahead.
Trying to get away with murder?
Right.
Call Uncle P.
We should shoot a commercial. P, the crime consultant. I was about to do a bank robbery like a true dumbass. Then I talked to P,
and I got away with $150,000.
Oh my goodness!
Wear your mask and everything on the joint.
The age of the child is not known, but has not been. Or the age and the gender isn't publicly released. But they believe that the kid was killed in November of last year, and they're again.
It's too late. It's too late to do an autopsy.
Okay, because it says in the article they're working to determine if the child was.
It's too late.
Okay.
You feel me? The child. So you just say the child died. You feel me? The child died during birth.
Right.
You feel
and
me? We tried to smack it, and what was we supposed to do? Call the police and tell them we had a baby?
Right, and that's the thing too. So they were trying to probably hide that. You know what I mean? Like,
why are you hiding it? That's your cousin. She 18. You can't go to jail for that.
Well, I mean, your relatives. I mean, it doesn't say where that.
I'm
everybody
sure his
knew.
uncles.
Everybody already knew. Everybody.
Sure, yeah, everybody know y'all fucking. They can tell. They can tell by her reaction to you when you come around. You feel me? That ain't normal cousin shit. Oh my God, Billy. What's up, cuz? It's disgusting.
I remember walking into my favorite cousin's apartment one day
and you saw her naked.
No, God.
My cousins used to always do that shit to me. I'm surprised I even like female.
Her bed was all messed up. I could tell, like
that she just got done scroving. She just got done scroving.
I was like, ew, just seeing that. I was like, oh.
How old were you when you said that? Ew.
I was in my 20s, so I'm the older one too.
I would have laid in there too. I would have hopped right in the damn because you was in here getting busy. You was in here swerving.
Now, my male cousins, I'll do that too.
Ew.
Damn, smell like Badissi in here, cuz. What's going on?
Oh, man, what's wrong with you?
You didn't spray? Cuz? But my female cousin, grosses me out.
Like, ew.
Grosses me out. What can I say?
Well, don't gross me out.
Oh, my God. Didn't gross out Mr. Van Dyke either.
Yeah, that's nasty. I would never do that to any of my cousins, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's too many women out here for me to be trolling somebody that's related to me. Like, what's the purpose of that?
Oh, shoot.
He ain't got no game. Mr. Van Dyke don't have no game.
A lot of these cats don't, man.
That's from his dad, though. He get that from his dad. Look at his eyes. Yeah. If it wasn't her, it would have been somebody else a lot younger than her.
Right.
You feel me?
Or somebody maybe closer to the family.
Let me shut up before you ride all the way up.
Right. Oh, Pete, this next story's got a sad death too, man.
Where all these sad deaths from?
Sorry, 61-year-old postal worker Pamela Jane Rock of Melrose
Got ate up by the dogs.
She got chewed up, man. She got attacked by some dogs in Florida last Sunday. Her vehicle broke down.
Dogs in Florida. Dogs from Florida. Man,
even
from
the Florida dogs
even
getting
the
in on
dogs.
action, man. So these dogs, they came 5 dogs in that rural area of northern Florida and North Florida. That's a scary part of Florida. Oh man,
North Florida, that's Jacksonville.
Yeah,
ain't nothing scary about that.
They redneck. That's the redneck part to me.
It's closer to Tallahassee.
Yeah, and there you go. Yeah. I remember my uncle lived in Jacksonville. I was in Jacksonville for a summer.
There's a lot of black people in Jacksonville.
We went to a few spots, like we went to different towns and whatnot. But and then when he moved to like Orlando, I was like, this is different. Okay,
it's different.
Okay, we're better now.
That's bad.
Oh, but initial investigation revealed the dogs escaped from a fenced-in yard after they were able to move rocks and the rock lining around the fence. Residents heard Rock. Her name was Rock too. Damn. Residents heard Rock yelling and went outside to find her on the ground with the 5 dogs attacking her. One of the neighbors ran in the house while a couple of neighbors tried to pull the dogs off. One neighbor ran in the house, grabbed a gun, let off a few shots in the air in an attempt to disrupt the attack. It was unsuccessful.
Dog said gun.
We got guns. Even the dogs got guns in Florida.
We have not been fed in the last 6 weeks. I don't care what you do. I'm going to eat.
Right, and she keep coming on our property every day.
Every day.
Right.
Touching us and shit.
Either her or somebody like her coming on our territory every day.
I'm biting. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So deputies arrived, and by the time deputies arrived, the dogs were back at the owner's property, and the postal carrier was on the ground bleeding severely. Deputies tried to apply tourniquets, provided first aid until rescue units arrived. And Rock, the postal worker, was transported to a nearby hospital, then flown to a trauma unit. And once they put you in it's hit or miss once they life flight you anywhere, man. She succumbed to her injuries Monday evening. After the attack, animal control workers, they were called to the scene, took custody of the 5 dogs. And that witnesses identified. The owner relinquished custody, and the dogs are going to be euthanized humanely. Is there a humane way? Well, I guess they should say it might be too many syllables, but they should say as humanely as possible. Neighbors told CNN Jacksonville that the dogs have been a nuisance for a while and are known to hop the fence and to get out. So I smell a lawsuit, P. I smell a lawsuit.
You smell a lawsuit against who?
Against the owner of the dogs. It said witnesses, neighbors have said that the dogs have been known to get out plenty of times and are a nuisance. No?
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So
P. Got a nice dog story?
Yo. No, this next story, P. Oh man, I got some bad. This is another one where we need P's criminal consulting. We gotta think of our name. Think of the name. P. Where's the bell at? Oh, that was
PCP.
That was brilliant.
PCP Criminal Consulting. Why is it PCP?
Oh, those dogs, P. Well, those are drug sniffing dogs.
Oh man,
I knew you were gonna. When I was finding these next 2 stories, I was like, P's not gonna be happy with these.
It's okay.
So, that's a very poetic 420 pounds of weed right there.
Damn.
And that is a New York. Well, what happened was last Thursday, New York City man, and he was.
What kind of weed was it?
No, it didn't say it was.
I think they should start to describe the weed.
Right.
A high grade.
Like, is this some dirt?
Yeah, is this
you know what I mean?
grade?
Or is this?
You know what I mean? I'm gonna just say $1,200 a pound.
Right. So Lee Fan.
That's a half a million. It's $504,000.
It doesn't say the estimated street value in it.
Does it?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Lee Fan Fang.
Who?
Lee Fan Fang.
Oh shit, that was high grade. He Chinese?
Yeah, it sounds like
that was high grade. That was high grade shit. That's my high grade shit right there. Ain't no Chinese
There you
motherfucker
go.
moving no.
He ain't rolling with no
He ain't rolling with no dirt,
swag,
bro.
dirt.
He ain't rolling around with no dirt.
That's some dank he's got in that trunk. So he's from New York City, and he lives in Flushing. He was arrested in Bergen County, Jersey. What happened was they pulled him over for speeding, on 95. Speeding on 95.
They must ain't giving, and that's another thing. When driving with drugs, obey all.
You drive like you're on probation.
No,
all right,
just
there
obey
you go.
all traffic. If you see a yellow light, stop.
Right.
If it says 35, do 33.
If you're making a slight right turn, overuse your signal.
Overuse
There's no
your
such
signal.
thing as overuse
Cut
of
it
the
off
signal.
and cut it back on again. And if pulled over by any, have your license.
And the registration and the insurance,
Every-
all in the
right-
finger
right
right
there.
there. Turn the
Bang.
engine off and put the keys on the dashboard with the dashboard light on, so you're letting the officer know you're being transparent.
What's that smell? Oh, officer, I was smoking some weed about 2 days ago.
Right.
That's about it. Here's my license, registration, and everything. Have a nice day. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my goodness. So yeah,
420 pounds of marijuana.
They saw 18 large cardboard boxes and several black garbage bags in the back of the vehicle. And there you go, 420 pounds. Yeah, right. Oh, I'm moving. Oh, so I didn't, I'm moving. Yeah, okay.
Then they call Ford, what kind of dogs are those?
Now that, I don't, they look like some kind of Labrador, I would imagine.
Labrador retrievers.
Okay.
They retrieve for real.
Yeah. Well, the hounds of any kind, like it could smell you from a neck.
I think that's too many dogs for 400 pounds. Like, you only need one dog.
Right.
Overkill. The
Hell, I would
situation.
think I could be the drug smelling dog for 420
I would definitely hire a lawyer and say they call too many dogs.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
They call too many. They only need one dog.
That would be hilarious.
I think it's a violation to have that many noses. You feel me?
Up in my car.
Up in my car. You feel me? Up in my U-Haul.
Oh man. So Pete, this next story is going to irritate you. It might even irritate you just as more because from your stories about your old days. No, that
heroin.
That is 258 pounds of cocaine.
Damn.
Right. Stephen Wendelowski, 31-year-old of Messina, New York, was driving with a license plate violation.
He was in Nebraska?
On Interstate 80 in Nebraska.
What's wrong with him?
Right. Right. You damn sure better drive like you're on probation out there.
In Nebraska?
A town called Hershey, by the way.
Hershey, Nebraska?
Hershey, Nebraska. I thought that was curious.
We pulled over all the chocolate.
Yeah. So yeah, Wendelowski was he was pulled over with a license plate violation, and they found he was arrested on possession of cocaine, more than 140 grams, possession of cocaine with intent to deliver, and this is the most curious one to me: no drug tax stamp.
Oh, now, so they have legal
amounts
marijuana.
That you can have. Okay, yeah, okay.
But that's not marijuana. That's cocaine.
Right. And that's why I'm like, so how can you hit them with the stamp if that's not
you throw every charge at him?
Right.
Like, all right. Yeah, just throw them charges at him and see what his lawyer was able to get dropped. Right. You feel me? Okay. They'll drop that. You feel me? Because it's cocaine. It's not legal. It's not relevant.
Okay. Oh, well, speaking of cocaine, P, one last cocaine story to irritate you. All right, so there was 50 pounds of cocaine was discovered in the Mallory Marina in Key West. My man called the authorities, reported it, and turned it in.
Yeah, because they'll charge you with that. They catch you with that.
Right.
Yeah. So he got another 150 on the other side.
Right. What if he picked up? Right.
Yeah.
And turned in 50.
Turn this in, and now they all looking. They all want to stand there and take
something the dirty cop would appreciate. That's the kind of. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a great shit. You feel me? Listen, if you got a plan on sending 200 bricks, send 50 first. Get your guy on that side to call the police, then send the other 50 right after those.
Okay.
You feel me? Because now they're thinking of different ways to bring things in from Cuba, like literally in Colombia, right, where they're just they have underwater submarines that are remote controlled.
Just
you feel me? Like
little underwater drones.
Right. And they just letting them, ride across. You feel me? You have at least 3 of them on. You feel me? Yeah. And the battery life is 12 hours. So however long it takes, you have all 3 of them running. You feel me? At night, you turn them down, go down a little bit deeper. You feel me? Like, But you got to stay on top of that joint to know exactly where you're going. Get your GPS going. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, an alligator or not alligator, but a shark, a big fish comes up. You feel me? Tries to bite into it. You feel me? You lose a couple packages. That shark just got the best bite of his life.
Woo!
Mouth numb. You feel me? Ride through the ocean, tearing everything up. But yeah, man, people have strange ways of getting, because now you really can't do it the way you used to.
Right.
You feel me? Just grab a boat. You feel me? Because the U.S. Coast,
Outrun them on a
they on
speedboat.
everything, bro. They on everything. So now you got to get as incognito as they are. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's crazy though. It was another brother in Mississippi. I think he found a couple bricks. He got caught with like 3. Didn't you say that last week? Didn't he get caught with like three bricks? No, that wasn't you. I read that. He got caught with 3 bricks in Mississippi.
No fooling. And so he found it in the Gulf Coast.
Found it, put it up, and then broke it open and started selling it. And then
right there, I cut you a 20 right here. Right.
They found another 10 on the beach, and they was like, "Oh, this is a part of that. Oh, you trafficking bricks, huh?" So they got him with the trafficking charge. It's like, damn, he ain't called the police. And the police said it. He ain't called the police when he found it. He should have called us. How's somebody supposed to know they ain't never had no money before that they should call the police to turn this in? What are you giving him for that? You're not changing his life like them 3 bricks just did.
He look right, exactly.
The first thing, I'm taking off all wrappings. I'm switching up everything. You feel me? First thing, when you find cocaine, you want to change the wrapping. You don't want it to be addressed like that. The triple X all
looks
on
like
it.
It's the same. It might as well say drugs. You know,
go get your baggies. Go in the house. Break everything the fuck down. You feel me? Don't tell nobody nothing, and just come out and just scatter the hood with it. That's it. I mean, he wasn't thinking of a hustler. He was thinking like, you know, oh, look at me. I got 3 bricks. And riding through with the same name on it. You don't know whose they are.
Right. That could be anybody's package. Yo, I heard you got my package.
Oh, no, I ain't got your package. Well, where you get it from? Yep, there it is.
Yeah, boy. Oh, man. P, there is the city of Malta. I wouldn't know about it except for a couple of documentaries I've seen, and there's a car race out there too, I think. But there's also a parish priest, and he's charged with misappropriating $500,000 in funds given to him by parishioners.
Yeah. How did he misappropriate it?
He misappropriated it on money, he spent the cash on motorbikes, cars, and porn websites.
Well, that's what most pastors do here. So. He must be from America.
Right. What's his name? Luke Segunas. Yeah. Luke Seguna, a 39-year-old. He's denying the charges. He's charged with fraud, falsifying a public deed, and using a falsified document. He had hundreds of thousands of euros deposited into various bank accounts and a collection of 5 motorbikes, 2 cars, despite his meager clergyman income. So, yeah. Some 148,000 euros have been processed online. Companies linked to 3 particular websites, but the defense lawyers interjected that the nature of all websites was irrelevant to the merit of the case, and so the case will continue this upcoming week. But again, I've asked before and I'll ask again: who pays for porn nowadays? Like, who's paying for porn?
It's definitely free. X videos, XNXX.
Right. You can type in the search engine and
they give you classic, the old joint.
Right. And there are a few out there. My favorite are the porn parodies.
Porn? Talking about like TV show parodies?
No, like movie parodies, like Star Wars.
Too much acting.
No, that's what
I just need.
You just want to.
I just want to see that. That's it. Just get me there and get me off.
All right.
You feel me? Like it's like taking a.
I like the breaks in between. Like, there's a little scene here, and then you
watching the whole thing.
Yeah. Huh? Or you can even pause it, and we'll come back to it.
I cut it off because it's just filthy.
You're done with. I'm covered in.
No, I'm not covered in anything. Straight to the towel. Hand cloth, whatever.
Oh, you don't have a bag of chips on you as well? Like, go from the bag of chips to the porn. No, I'm messing with you. But let's get right to our. Hold up, turn your mic up. You so low. You sound very low.
It's a bag of chips.
Yeah. Well, this was Louis C.K. did a funny bit where he was talking about like just being a fat slob and then going and masturbating at the same time, then waking up surrounded by evidence of masturbation and half-eaten pizza and chips and stuff.
Yeah, you got a problem.
Oh, yeah, obviously. You see what happened to him. Pete, we're just going to skip ahead to last break here, block. Did you hear about the West Philly, two West Philly charter schools got closed this week?
Did they?
Yes, they did.
What were they doing?
Well, actually, they didn't get closed because of anything legal. It's just a logistical failure on behalf of the people that's running. Oh, also, they had low scores. They had low scores. It was Daroff, and they're both in West. Oh yeah, I said West Philly already. Schools that I never went to, but
Daroff Charter School and the University of Family Schools.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
But University of Family used to be something else.
Used to be something else?
Yeah. It was called by a different name before they referred to it as that. But at any rate, yeah, they closed. Those schools were set to close immediately.
Wow. So where those students going to go?
Yeah, that's the thing. So 550 students from Daroff, they're going to be transferred to nearby Blueford Charter School or another school of the family's choosing. And the school year for public school starts tomorrow. Also, and then they'll have they're going to do a lottery for the school. Like if you want to get to the school of your choice and it's forward. I hate the fact that this lottery thing, like how come all our schools aren't, why do people have to act like, oh, if I go to this school, I'm winning a prize? Like why? What did we do to our system that it became?
What do you mean? You separated it by giving different degrees of education. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, there we
different
go.
levels of education. You feel me? Like that's how you that. And like I said,
look at you, Darren. You ran from Philly and ran up to the mountains to go to high school. Hello, you're living Bruce.
What are you asking?
Right.
But that's
took me a second.
That's the difference between the haves and the have-nots.
Oh,
you know what I mean? The have-nots don't have great education. They can get it if they apply themselves, but how many kids are seeing other people apply themselves in their life? You know what I mean? People just continue to exist, and no one's really living. You feel me? Reading a book, I try to explain to my son how important it is to want to read a book. You know what I mean? Like, that's key, bro. That opens doors for you because you already have that knowledge. You feel me? You already understand those words when you see them. I said, I'm sorry, man. I failed you, bro. You feel me? Because I was in the street, so I really wasn't reading no books, and I should have been there in front of your face. Now, I'm not saying he's a bad student because he's not.
Right.
You feel me? But for him to get to that next level, you know, he has to read more. He has to want to read. You know what I mean?
And
it's not just about listening to it on Audible. That's another thing.
Right.
Oh, I could just listen to the book on Audible.
Wait, your son does that?
No, I'm just saying
Oh,
you
okay.
can. You feel me? Like,
well, I do, but I do while I'm doing stuff.
Right.
But I'd much rather, don't get me wrong, I'd much rather sit down with a glass of wine on a porch.
And disappear in a book. You imagine what reading a book does, it heightens your imagination.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if
you disappear in there.
Yeah,
it's
you
like going on a
disappear
fun ride while you're sitting in the chair.
What?
Yeah.
When I was locked up, man, I don't think I spent more than 2 days in Dallas. You feel me? Because I was constantly in a book. I don't care if I read it before, I'm going to read it again. And will escape right into that whole world. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard. It's absolutely hard, you feel me, for children to understand how important imagination is because no one around them has dreams and no one has vision. So they just think I'm supposed to go to school, get a job, pay my bills, be a slave. You're still a slave, bro. Even though you're making money. If you ain't dreaming for yourself and moving for yourself, you're a slave. So I don't know, man.
The School Board of Philadelphia voted in April not to renew either school's charter agreement, citing low proficiency rates in math, English, ELA, and science, or English language arts, as well as the school's financial viability. So there was that. Excuse me, P. All right, folks. Oh, or how about a nice little story for you real quick, P. That one was a little Debbie Downer as well. We were on a downer streak there. How about let's talk about some scholarships. The Covanta Partners, in particular, the Covanta Environmental Partnership Scholarship Program.
What?
The Chester Environmental Partnership Scholarship Program. Each year, for the last 15 years, the CEP, Chester Environmental Partnership, organization committed to improving the environment in Chester and surrounding communities as they build their futures, award monetary scholarships to deserving local students for high school and college assistance.
And what made you say Covanta?
Oh, because Covanta donated as well. They donated 20 G's. What were we going to say?
No.
Okay, I was going to, and also, 8 students were selected to receive scholarships for the 2022 program, and these students will be attending Lincoln, UPenn, Newman, Rutgers, Howard, Drexel, and Alvernia. Said Dan Camarada, area asset manager for Covanta, investing in the educational future of Chester's best and brightest is part and parcel to our mission of protecting tomorrow, especially in the communities which we operate. Sorry. So yeah, there's that, P.
Throw some money at it.
Right. If you like it, then you should put a check on it.
Throw some D's on it.
Right.
Yo, 20,000 ain't enough. How about that?
How about that?
How about
Especially when you're divvying them up amongst 8 kids. And considering what you guys make,
20,000 ain't enough.
Right. Like, yeah.
You need the full scholarship for 8 kids to go to college.
Right.
Whatever college they want to go to. Like, literally. You think about all the people that, I don't want to say they're poisoning anybody, but all the people that your company is harming. You feel me? Those 8 people, that's like a needle in a haystack.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of asthma.
Shout out to Covanta.
Oh my goodness. So Chester, we talking about Chester High.
Chester Upland School District, Chester High.
Yo, did you hear about this email hack that happened to the school district?
$3 million?
Authorities say hackers used an email hack to steal more than $13 million in state funding.
Yeah, well, the state had already pulled back 10.
And right, so there we go.
And the other 3 was stolen, but that was last year. They were talking about that.
Okay.
And it happens, man. It definitely happens. You know, I'll be the last person to sit there and say, you know, you can't get something right that you've been getting wrong for so long. And I think now, you know, Chester Upland School District has a good superintendent. We got a good receiver, Nafis Nichols. He went to Chester High. You know, I'm giving them. Never will I ever talk bad about them because they haven't done anything bad. Okay. You know what I mean? They're really in there trying to. They're really trying to clean up that mess. So, you know, my prayers are with them. You feel me? Miss Deneen Mosley is helping them out, right? So the community is involved. You know what I mean? And we just got to keep on doing it at the end of the day.
Oh, you said it happened last year? Oh, well, they revealed it at a news conference last Friday. Stacey Garrity, Pennsylvania Treasurer, and Delaware County DA Jack Stolzheimer revealed how hackers were able to compromise the. Is there a Chester Upland? Is there an abbreviation? The CUSD? Mm-hmm. Okay, CUSD email system. That's why a lot of companies, like company I'm working for now, they don't play around with that email stuff. Mm-hmm. Yo, they make you change your password every other day, it seems like.
Right.
And like, yeah, you can't use because
anybody can get it.
Right.
The hackers, you know, they hacked Delaware County.
Yeah, how about
you feel me? Last year, around the same time. You feel me? During that whole COVID situation, people sitting at home playing with computers, figuring shit out.
Right.
You know, somebody want to get in, they can get in. It ain't hard.
Stolzheimer said the hackers are believed to be from Nigeria.
Right.
Used that email account to request a change in payment so the money from the state would go to an overseas account instead of to the district's bank account from the state. And so the investigation revealed how the thieves then used a dating website, eHarmony, to scam a widowed Florida woman into funneling the money for them. So she was essentially their digital mule. The scheme all came to a halt in February when the Treasury Office flagged the payment request and was able to, as Pete mentioned, recover the $10 million. Because the transaction was so large, said Garrity, $8.5 million, we decided to do some investigative work on our own. We put a hold on it and went back into history and saw there was a sort of an account change. So that's when they really said, oh, something ain't right.
Right.
So these guys, what you think they flew too close to the sun?
I didn't win the lawsuit, but everybody knows I wrote that song.
Flo? Gosh, it's been forever. You look fantastic.
God.
You saying the criminals?
Yeah, by making it too big, or should they try to do it little by little, or like, because you got to get in and get out.
You don't know you're too close to the sun until you get caught.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, you might want to take it back another 10, 50 yards. You know what I mean? So, like if they would have did it successfully, it wouldn't have been there. You know
Sons
what I mean?
Of bitches. And
But,
like
to
a cash-strapped school district.
If they would have tried to steal that money from Radnor or Haverford,
they'd have caught him. Yeah.
No, it would have been done. They would have been able to do it because Haverford ain't really worried about the money.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? But to a school district where every dollar counts.
Right, exactly.
You feel me? It's like, ho, where our money at? Well, we sent you. Y'all didn't send us nothing. What you talking about? Like, and then they get on top of that. Then they say, oh, y'all records don't add up.
Okay.
Because when they sent the FBI through here to check out everything. You know what I mean? To make sure all that stuff was right.
Okay.
So after that came through and they checked everything, they like, no, this money was stolen, bro.
Interesting. Well, speaking of Chester and money, staying with the local news for a minute. Did you hear about the receiver suing the Chester receiver, Michael Dowery? He's suing
Dowry.
Dowry? Oh,
yeah.
Wow, my bad.
That's okay.
Yo, listen to this, right? So I'm looking at a video on Tiny Desk Concerts, and this artist I'd never heard of before. And so I'm looking at her name, and I'm like, Nonami. Interesting. So then I'm like, wait a second.
Naomi?
No, it was Noname. So I was like, Nonami.
No name?
Yeah. I was living that Key and Peele skit. Don't talk to me. That was me. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Chester Receiver is suing the Del Cora event and would revert to Chester in the event of a third party and sale to a third party unless Del Cora properly compensates the city for its assets. This court was filed in Delaware County Common Pleas Court last week, and seeks a determination that the city of Chester is entitled to additional compensation in the event of a sale under an easement agreement with the authority. Del Coro, which treats wastewater for approximately $500,000 customers in 42 municipalities in Delaware and Chester County, entered the $276.5 million asset purchase agreement with Aqua Pennsylvania Wastewater back in 2019. Sale was expected to help push back looming costs for customers through a rate stabilization plan. But Aqua is currently awaiting determination from the PA Public Utility Commission on that proposed sale. Meanwhile, Del Cora raised rates 12.5% this year, about an average of $50 a customer. And it blamed the delay, and it blamed the raise in price on the delay in finalizing the sale. I'm not the bad guy here. I hear you. Pay me, huh? America's a business. Delaware County Council moved to block the sale in court, arguing Del Cora had improperly amended its bylaws to allow for the creation of a trust and passed an ordinance directing Del Cora to wind up its operations and transfer its assets, funds, and liabilities to the county.
Damn.
So there's that. Huh. Gets deep out here, man. I ain't know it gets. Not enough. I pay more attention to local stuff now that I'm out here living out here in the county. But man, this a deep game out here.
It's definitely a deep game.
There's some deep games out here.
Definitely a deep game. People trying to get their money before everything goes up, I guess.
Right.
You know, I'm Well, no, I'm not going to point fingers at anybody, right? And just say it's a dirty game. Politics is a dirty game. And people play it because it's beneficial for them. But it was a time when politics was for the people.
Right.
And help the people, right? I guess
Now,
when the people change locations and the people that were there before aren't the people that are there now, it's like, yeah, we don't care. Like, let them all be customers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and these cats are always campaigning.
Yeah,
like they get done, they win an election,
right.
Then they pretty much campaigning 3 months later
to win another election.
Right.
You feel me? Because they're not doing anything for us; they're doing everything for them. So it's just, it's time to hold everybody accountable, right? Step up and show up. So.
Oh man. People, we were just talking about water. How about this? Now listen to this. China says it's going to protect its grain harvest because their grain harvest, they're going through the hottest, driest summer since the government began tracking rainfall back 61 years ago. They've got wilted crops and reservoirs during this drought that are left half full. As you can see, like, it's looking real dry out there. So temperatures have also gotten as high as 113 degrees Fahrenheit. How much is that in Celsius, P?
I don't fucking know.
I know I'm an American. So actually, and they've also had factories that have had to shut down due to save power because that power is being diverted to homes for air conditioning because people need to be, they're working, in China, they work.
China got all these smart people. They ain't figured out a way to make fake rain.
So,
fake lettuce.
Funny you should say that, P, because now China is planning on pumping chemicals into the atmosphere to generate rain.
Yep.
So
that's just gonna kill more people.
And I was like, there's no way this is gonna backfire at all.
It's definitely gonna backfire.
So
now you altering the weather. When you start trying to control the weather as a man, bro, everything's over.
Thank you.
I got to get my guns and build me a fortress underneath the ground. I'm going right in that joint.
So
enough food for 10 years, vegetables.
They intend to try and increase rain by seeding clouds with chemicals and spraying crops with a water retaining. Seed the clouds with chemicals so the clouds create more rain, and then put water retaining chemicals on the vegetables so that they keep their water longer. More chemicals in your air and more chemicals on your food. Awesome. Awesome. There's no way this is going to backfire. The governments of Sichuan and neighboring Hubei province say thousands of acres of crops are at total loss and millions have been damaged. Hubei's government declared a drought emergency Saturday and said it will release disaster aid. So these people also in the Sichuan province, 819,000 people, and they're facing a shortage of drinking water. Indeed. Speaking of drought, what's that, drought? So, Pete, there was a recent drought that showed in the American West. By the way, because of the droughts and, of course, the more devastating wildfires, we got some of the worst air quality in the world now on the West Coast. Found that out this week. Drought that has turned vast swaths of America West into a tinderbox also revealed sets of human remains at the nation's largest unveiled. When we talked about those bodies found in those drums at Lake Mead. Well, now drought has revealed a dinosaur print that was left by the Arocanthosaurus, a theropod that stood 15 feet, weighed 7 tons, and roamed 813 million years ago.
That's not real.
That's what I'm wondering. Like,
so all the water and mud that went through that.
Right, it would have been. Or maybe the ground got dry. No, yeah.
Yeah, come on. Give me something. Give me something that makes sense to you. Because it's mud. It's not concrete. So if it was 13 million years ago, it would have been washed away. No? Because it looked like a footprint in that other one.
Right. It's not like some concrete was laid down 113 million years ago. The dinosaur
And
came
then
along, put its initial.
look how it go.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I agree. That definitely would have eroded. Well, actually, they said that they're not sure how long the tracks will be visible. That's probably because they're fake. We talked about my man with the galaxy
joint,
with the sausage yesterday.
Right.
You can fake some stuff nowadays,
definitely
especially with
fake
a
some
phone. Yeah, man. We saw it on that Fake Famous. You took a toilet seat in a picture and you look like you're on a luxury jet.
Yeah. You said what?
It looked like you were on a luxury, you're taking a flight to
If you do what?
They took a picture of like a skyline or whatever, a sky, and took a toilet seat. Held the picture up behind the toilet seat. You don't remember that?
All right,
Yeah, and it looks like you're at like an airplane seat window.
Shitty airlines.
Oh my goodness. How would you feel about school spanking?
How would I feel about who?
I got spanked in school. I had a teacher, a couple of teachers. I went to Catholic school for a while there. Them nuns whipped out that yard spot stick. And I was a talkbacker, as you might imagine. So
a yard spot? What's that?
Yard stick, I meant to say.
I'm just asking what a yard spot is.
Yeah, the old yard spot to whip a kid's ass.
Do you think that's good or bad?
What to I don't know. I think that should be dispensed by the parent, man.
Why? I mean, aren't the teachers like de facto
the
parents?
the school parents? Yes.
You think it's bad?
Let the kid associate that ass whooping with
the parent.
Yeah. That's how it's easier. It makes it easier for me to teach him.
He's only supposed to.
Hey, you're stuck with him. I just got him for this year.
So if he doesn't respect you, he disrupts your class.
Oh, and then I gotta wait. Depend on the parent. Well, I gotta call your parent and everything.
Then your parent like, "Fuck you, Darren."
Which pretty much why ain't he?
I'm not coming up there for that. Whip his ass.
Now that would have. I got you.
You're gonna have a big wood paddle with air holes in it.
He's gonna have an attitude adjustment. He's gonna be doing the dishes when he get home when Mr. Darren get done with him. But yeah, there's a school district in Missouri. Yeah.
Show me state.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So there you go. They're talking about they actually reinstated the corporal punishment policy. Parents can opt in or parents have to opt in. So in order for their kid to
I will opt in.
You would? Okay.
Absolutely. If my son is being disrespectful to the point where he needs a thrashing, give it to him.
Okay.
I got it. I went to Catholic school. I got it. So I had nothing but respect for it. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. You feel me? Like I'll talk back if I knew I was right and you were wrong. You feel me? But if I knew I was wrong, accept the responsibility of being wrong and take your punishment.
Okay.
Like a man. Because either way, if you call my dad, it was the worst ass whooping. So I'd rather get it from the teacher. You feel me?
Let's get this over with now.
Dad, you ain't got to worry about it. They already beat me.
Right. Exactly.
I don't want you to feel so you got to know. No, but I'm going to whoop your ass when you get home, right? And then it was like, damn. But yeah, I think when we removed punishment, it's not corporal punishment. It's not like you're electrocuting them or you're abusing them for no reason.
Okay.
It was a disrespectful situation. Most of the kids nowadays, if they knew that the teacher had a paddle behind the door, they would sit their asses down.
Because I would have never thought to say half the stuff that these kids say. It would have ran through my mind, and I might have said it to my classmate while the teacher was teaching in the bathroom.
If they talk to you that way, they talk to their parents that way too. They ain't just gain that knowledge just to be able to talk to you. They can't differentiate the difference between you and their mom when they that young. You feel me? Like, they come to school. Hi, missus. You feel me? Like, man, like that one little drink where the teacher was like, good afternoon. He said, oh, bitch, shut up. You feel me? I was like, what? Then he said, fuck you. What? The dad came and snatched him out. Man, I would have beat his ass right there in front of his class.
Everybody.
Which will be aimed at black youth. Now you tell me I will handle that. Hands off, discipline in other ways. Keep your hands off. Keep your hands off and put the cuffs on. That's what ends up happening. That's what ends up happening, right? If they can't be disciplined by people that are teaching them,
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? If you take it that serious that I'm disciplining your child, and you don't understand it takes a village. If back in the day when you did something down by the neighbor's house, by the time you got to your house, you got your ass whooped at least 3 times.
Yeah, Millie gave out the green light.
Now it's like, don't touch my kid. Like, what do you mean don't touch? I'm helping your kid. Your kid was disrespectful. You hit
like that. I said before when Scott, I referenced that story when Scotty, not from the Whispers, slapped the taste out my mouth. Right. I was like, he helped me in that instant.
You definitely let me know. You feel me? Like, thank you. I appreciate that. That's not something I should say to an adult.
Good looking.
Appreciate that. You can look back on that now and appreciate it, but we don't want to look back on things that helped us. You feel me? Okay. And it's like a teacher, when a teacher is beating your child for no reason.
Right.
And as a parent, you should be in the school saying, why every Thursday does my son get a spanking? Why is my child getting smacked every Thursday or every Wednesday? What is he doing?
He getting disruptive when I'm trying to get the quiz. No?
Not really. They can discipline, but hands off. Nah, I feel like if I'm disciplining your child and I can't put my hands on him, that's not real discipline. I'm just talking to him.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I need him to understand he can't continue to disrespect me in that manner. And if I done called home and talked to the mom a couple times and mom don't never show up for parent-teacher conferences and mom too busy to do this and mom too busy to do that
and I'm still dealing with the same behavior.
And I'm still dealing with the same behavior. It started at the beginning of the school year. Now we're in the middle of the school year. Oh, yeah, I'm going to whoop your son's ass. You feel me? Like, he's definitely going to get this paddle. I'm not going to use my hands. I'm not going to use my hands, but he's definitely going across my knee. And this is younger grades. You feel me? Like, all the way up to 5th. You know what I mean? After 6th, 7th, and 8th, you can't be putting your hands on them kids.
Right.
They know how to grab a gun. You probably have more school shootings than too.
Right,
You're embarrassing the kids. But, it's all about the parents, man. Parents are the first teachers. I believe that.
Right. Oh, for sure.
Without a doubt. If the house is right, the kids are right. You feel me? If the house is disturbed, the kids are disturbed. You feel me? And it's just relative to that.
I had a teacher nowadays. He would certainly be in cuffs nowadays. His name was Mr. Buckman. And Mr. Buckman, like, if you were doing something stupid on the playground or whatever, he would pluck you. And it was nice and hard. I was like, damn, is that your foot or your finger? What's going on? I was like, did he pluck me or did he kick me? Like, Mr. Buckman, he would grip a kid up real quick.
I definitely understand you, Vanessa. I definitely get it. But if we continue to say my kid and your kid, then we're not really in a village. All children are your children. All children you should be able to give to your child like you give to anybody else's child. You feel me? And if we have that understanding where you understand, like, if Mr. Bryce sees you act up, he gonna jump in your shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I give him permission for that. Your son won't never allow nobody to see him act up. I grew up with that, so I never really let anybody see me sell drugs, bro.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So when it's like, oh, when was you out there? When I went upstate, everybody said, what the hell is you doing here?
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody ever knew. I didn't need anybody in the city. I didn't want anybody in the city. You feel me? I didn't want selling dimes, 2 for $15. No, you crazy? I'm going here on the main line. I'm gonna get $100 a gram. You feel me? Like, come on. So that's where that village mentality came from with my grandmother, her friends, my mother, her friends. You feel me? It was a whole web of motherfuckers around me. So I couldn't be out there doing or being disrespectful. You feel me? Nowadays kids don't have that web.
Yeah.
You feel me? And
at the very least, I had a whole bunch of network spies around me that were snitching any moment. Like, that doesn't go down as much. Plus with the Stop Snitching campaign.
So that's another thing. That's when you get rid of CYS, because Children and Youth Services ain't really helping anybody. We got hungry children out here, abused children still out here, hurt children still out here. So CYS isn't effective. You know what I mean?
We've done stories where
it's just something that the kids can. It's basically something the kids can use. Say, I'm gonna call the police. Now the parent's scared to beat them. So you're not disciplining your child. Now your son's disrespectful. Then he goes into the school, tells the teacher kiss his ass. Then he graduates from school and he ends up upstate. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been walking around telling everybody in his vicinity to kiss his ass. You know what I mean?
Like, it's all been reinforced for him because he keeps getting away with it.
They do this stuff on purpose, bro. Everything that's set up that we think is a benefit for us is really so we can fall back a little bit more. Fall back a little bit more to the point where you lying down and you easy prey when you lying down. Easy prey. And then you want to be separate. So, yeah, I get what you're saying, Vanessa. I do. I understand that wholeheartedly. So I understand why people feel as though I just want to discipline my child. But if your child is hanging out with his child, You feel me? And his
Right.
child decided to do something crazy, that affects your child. And if you're not disciplining your child, then you already know it's gonna go left.
That boy can't stay over no more. That's one of them situations.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't happen that way. I was just talking to my grandfather the other day, and he was like, "Remember when I told you that boy was trouble?"
Right.
And then I thought about it. I said, "Damn, all the trouble I got into was with that boy."
Oh snap! He called it a mile
He
away.
called it, and we were young. It was like 13.
Oh.
We're not old. We were young.
Okay. P, we got next story. That's Ahmad Hussein. And Ahmad Hussein, he was working for the Montreal anti-racism campaign. And he had received $103,000 in funding from the Heritage Department to develop a project on combating racism in broadcasting. So that's when, of course, they found some racist tweets that were many of which were anti-Semitic. One goes on all the Jewish white supremacists. When we liberate Palestine and they have to go back to where they came from, they will return and being low-voiced bitches of their Christian, secular, white supremacist masters. I'm like, whoa, dude. The Jewish are white supremacists? The Christian? Well, I mean, is it possible for a Christian, Jewish to be white supremacists? I mean, like, is there a Hasidic white supremacist running around out there? I don't know. Hussein said in a statement that anti-Semitism has no place in this country, and that he had directed his department to determine how tweets were initially missed during the vetting process. So, yeah, my man Maroof is out of a job for anti-Semitic and xenophobic comments, essentially. That moves us on to our next story. P, I don't know about you, but go-karting. I love me doing that stuff.
I never really got into the whole go-kart
Well,
situation.
considering how large you
how big I am,
we're
you
going
feel
to
me?
have to have the
I could
extended
never
cab
fit.
go-kart.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
No, but you're tall, man. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I still appreciate it. I don't want my knees all the way up to my chest.
Dude, I'll get
Trying
right
to
in.
drive a car.
I'll cramp right up in there.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
I will lap somebody. I played so much Mario Kart. Wait, was it Mario Kart?
Mario
and Crash
Kart.
Team Racing. Oh, I love those games. Yeah. I'll be lapping folks. Oh man, last time I was at the spot, this one dude, he was racing around, and then I went on the next race. But he worked there, and he was looking at his time, right? So then I saw my time compared to his time, and I was just looking at him like, "What's up? You wanna run him on the track, bro, or what? I'll lap you." But yeah, actually, there is Supercharged Entertainment. They run a large go-kart arena in Massachusetts, and they plan on opening a track with multiple levels here in Edison, New Jersey this fall. And so get me some of that action, buddy. For sure. They hope that these 131,000 square foot complex will have 19 axe throwing lanes. Axe throwing is just something I'm waiting until it's my turn to race for the carts. Thank you very much. It's got an arcade with 140 games. It's going to have immersive virtual reality area, bumper cars, a drop and twist tower ride at the entrance, and a restaurant and 2 bars.
Well, they're gonna have bars at the go-kart.
I know, right? Can I get a DUI? Is it possible for me
Absolutely,
to
get
get
the
a
DUI when you
go-kart?
kill somebody and they test your alcohol level.
Son of a bitch. Oh my goodness. They hope that this will become a vacation destination for travelers arriving to airports in Newark and New York City. The pricing is going to be the pricing at the one in Massachusetts, they're saying that $75 for a bundle includes 3 rides on the track, $5 worth of arcade play, and other items. So you're spending at least, it's going to cost you $100 just to say hello to these people. But then again, and wait, limited cart rides, that's some BS. Is there a season pass that I can get? Give me them carts. I'm about that carton life, P. Always have been. P, it's that time.
Is it?
Yes, it is. And I only got a short list for you today.
Once a week, a person steps forward to be more than a person, to be an example, a beacon, a hero.
Who is electing Hose?
And that young lady is running for senator in Pennsylvania. Now, it's elect Hose because she's very forward about her past as a stripper.
What kind of stripper was she? Was she a burlesque stripper, or was she a full-on contact lap dance champagne?
She referred to it as sex work. Which,
okay, there it is.
There we go.
There it is. Hit the bell. Hit the bell. Hit the motherfucking bell. She is this week's weekly hero. Wait, give me the rest. Give me everybody else. Let's go.
An officer was on routine patrol at 9:38 p.m. and saw a 10-year-old boy sitting in the driver's seat. Eventually, the van went through an intersection in reverse and went up an embankment into the front yard of a residence. The officer then placed the 10-year-old in the back seat of the car. That's when the 10-year-old boy told the officer his dad wanted him to have cereal before going to school in the morning, so his dad sent the boy to buy Cheerios at the store. He did. The officer found the boy's parents had been asleep. The boy then admitted he had just left home without his parents' knowledge to go to the store. 10 years old. 10 years old. By himself at 8:30. Driving. That's my hero. And he didn't crash.
It's time to find out who gets their cape and shades and takes to the sky as Who's Weekly Hero?
Okay, P. So we got 2 submissions for your consideration this week. All right. And, excuse me. So we got here our first one, a 69-year-old, right? We've talked a lot about carjackings on this show lately. Well, these carjackings that are going down. And so this 69-year-old, he was unloading his groceries in Philadelphia and the Cedarbrook section off of Stanton Avenue. And that's when somebody attempted to carjack him. Well, he fought off the 69-year-old fought off the would-be carjacker. And matter of fact, got his gun, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. 24-year-old they got into the struggle with the carjacker. The gun went off, causing a graze wound to the attacker's stomach. So this 69-year-old took that 20 young boy's gun, put him down, and still kept his car and his groceries. So that is your first nominee, P.
You said he was 69?
69.
Hey, felt like he was 19.
Right, he fought off that.
How old was the one?
24. Wow. Young whippersnapper. That'll teach him. All right, P. So that's your one. That's your one nominee. Your next nominee is here. We got a. Wait. Oh yes, there we go. Moreo Awapetu. And she is 14 years old, P. She is starting her senior year in high school at North Point High School in Waldorf, Maryland. Wow. After this, she will be attending Howard University after that. So 14. 14. Senior in high school. So there you go.
Was she 2 years ahead?
She's overachiever. She's literally an overachiever.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah.
If more of us overachieve, think of where we be.
Right. Shoot. So there you go, P. That's what I got for you.
But you know, I got to give it to the 69-year-old man who.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I still got to give him a shout out.
Okay.
Right, to the 69-year-old man who managed to escape being carjacked and robbed of his groceries. You feel me? I'm glad nobody got hurt. Did he shoot him? He ain't shoot him.
He got him with a graze wound. He got the young boy in the graze wound with his stomach. Yeah.
Give me that gun, young buck. You feel me? So shout out to him, man. I'm glad he was able to protect himself.
Right.
But definitely want to give a shout out to this 14-year-old And you mentioned overachieving. That is something, that's a lost art today. You know, if you probably look at her mom and her dad, they're probably overachievers too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It's in
And
the
they push their children. It's not always in your blood, bro.
Right.
I don't care what you say. It's not always in the blood. It's just how you raise your child. You know what I mean? And what you put in front of your child's face. You want them to succeed. You want them to excel. So overachieving is second nature to them. You know what I mean? I want you to look. Give me your name so we can look up her parents.
It is. Oh, how about that? Right.
Right.
She is Morayo. 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 Awapetu.
Spell it again.
Morayo. Awapetu. I hope I'm doing the name justice.
Spell it.
Owopetu. And she goes to North Point High in Waldorf, Maryland. We're gonna get this girl stalked, putting all the.
Yeah, she on it.
Now I'm seeing. Why am I seeing a headline about Dwight Howard's son being embroiled in a sex scandal in March of this year?
There you go.
Oh my. Oh, never mind. Let's close that article. Oh.
Look at you, see?
I got sidetracked that damn ADD.
Mm-hmm. That's what you do.
Yeah. So, P.
14-year-old Maryland teen. So I just want, I want everybody to overachieve. I want everybody to want more, to desire more, to strive for more. And then see where you end up. Instead of just achieving the littlest bit. Then going to go get
on
drunk.
to the next one.
Right.
Yeah.
Not even going on to the next one. Then figuring that you survived the day, then go get drunk and forget about what all you have left to challenge. You feel me? And the change in your life. It's hard. I know it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. You feel me?
If it was easy, it wasn't worth a damn. Yeah.
If it was easy, it wasn't worth a penny. So give yourself that motivation and say, I can do more today. I can get more done. I can understand more. I can learn more. I can do more. So that's what it's about at the end of the day. So shout out to her. That's P's weekly hero, a true overachiever. 14 years old, a senior in high school, going to Howard University. You know what I mean? And she keeping the HBCU.
Right. That's what.
Me?
Yes.
And she keeping the HBCU. I'm sure with her grades and 14 years old.
They came pilfering for her.
What?
Oh,
I'm sure the Ivy League schools came, but Howard University.
Yeah, this is a big. If this was athletic recruiting, this was be a big coup by Howard University.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They got a 4-star recruit here.
I understand parents. The HBCU, is underfunded. You feel me? We don't give back to places where we graduate from. We don't give back to things to make things great again, and that be the problem. We think about everybody that has graduated from Chester High, throughout the years. That were not always black. Chester High wasn't always an all-black school.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there are graduates of Chester High that are giving back to a different school district now because their kids go there.
It's funny you say that because when I first started working at a school in Aston, my first job in school, I met all the white people I met that, where are you from, Darren? West Philly. Where are you from? Chester?
Yeah.
Chester?
Yeah.
I didn't realize Chester had so many white people.
What? Lily white. Lily white. But that's the problem. So they don't give back to Chester Upland School District. You feel me? That's why it's falling off the way it has. Now they mad at us because we get together on homecoming. And we give money, but we also get drunk. So mind your business.
Turn this thing out. Oh, man. Well, Pete, when is homecoming for Chester?
October 22nd.
I didn't get to. I'm gonna try and hang out with you. Can I show up to a little barbecue for a hot minute? I'll try my best not to embarrass you.
Don't gotta embarrass me. I'm already an embarrassment.
I was about to say. Hopefully, I didn't embarrass myself today. That'll do it for this week's run of the D-Train with Darren DeVoue. Folks on cnp.net. Don't forget, for all your home renovation needs, go to LeBron Construction LLC. And there's Mecca Daycare in the northwestern part of Philly on Lime Kiln Pike for any daycare if you live in that portion of the city. Also, next week, this upcoming Saturday, Chester Clippers are taking on, shoot, how did I forget that fast? Did I say Bartram? Ooh, hear that? Yeah, I think that's it. Chester is taking on Bartram, 11 o'clock at the, what's the name of the Chester Field, P? Right.
I'm sorry, Benny the Jet.
Oh, yes, you did say that. Dedicated to Lenny the Jet. I need to memorize that. All right, folks. So with that said, we'll see you next week on the D-Train with Darren DeVoue. That's if I don't get into too much trouble this week. And until then, please have a peaceful, productive, positive week. Stay safe out there. No road raging.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain calm. As you can see, the train is being tented. Once tenting is completed, you will be disembarked in an orderly fashion.